Hello, and welcome back once again to Doomed, not-so-solo playthroughs through Arkham Horror, the card game with a focus on roleplay and storytelling. Joe Diamond has been investigating a strange mystery in this town, the sleepy, evil town of Arkham. But this is not his usual mystery. This is not something he was hired to deal with. This is something he was brought on to do by a friend who has a bigger stake in the mystery. That friend is none other than Daisy Walker, the librarian, played today by the Crosshair.
Hi.
Hello, the Crosshair. How's it going?
It's a Saturday full of streams.
Which is a good thing. I mean, make your own judgments, I guess, but...
Yeah, and we'll probably be throwing over to that stream after this one, but...
The Crosshair is 100% correct. I'm going to see if I can just adjust my lighting here really briefly while we talk. If that's fun for everyone, it's fun for me. That's right, yeah, today is a day of, as you mentioned, streams, because it is the 24-hour, well, it's the Extra Life streams today, which are streams for charity to support local children's hospitals or, oh my god, whatever the word is, pediatrics. In Quebec, most people are supporting Opération Enfant Soleil, which is a Quebec-specific thing. I don't have anything set up personally, but as Crosshair's put in the chat, you can go and support Bloodfiend13, fellow Montrealer, fellow wonderful human, who is currently streaming and has been all day to raise money. So go and do that. I believe she's like halfway to her goal, which is pretty sweet.
Yep, halfway.
Halfway. I mean, like, well, sorry, which is great, and especially because I didn't realize, but it's quite a big goal, so it's quite hefty. But that's correct, Flower.
Yeah.
We're going to be raiding over after. I'm of two minds, because right now, Bloodfiend is playing Spider-Man 2, which Liz and I played a lot of the first one on PS4 or PS5, I can't remember.
I can...
Mm-hmm.
I can ease your troubles in saying that she has completed the main storyline.
Oh!
So she's just playing the side missions and stuff.
Oh, that's okay. That actually does ease my mind quite a bit, because I was sitting there being like, oh, I love the game, I want to watch, but like I really don't want anything spoiled. Like, so that's great.
Yeah, of course, there's gonna be like spoilers in suits and possible references and stuff like that. So
I'm also like, relatively hip with Spider-Man stuff. So it's like, there's not going to be anything I'll be like, oh my god, I can't believe he was betrayed by this authority figure in his life, or whatever. Just as an example.
What's this Sandman character?
Who is is he here to put people to sleep? must be a nice guy.
Technically.
Anyway, that is good to know. But yes, Flower, hello and welcome to Doomed. We will indeed be raiding over when the stream is over today. As always, I want to get people up to speed on where we're at. We're going to be starting our third scenario. Peter Parker is Spider-Man. Get me some more pictures of Spider-Man.
Who is Miles Morales, and then there's a big Spider-Man, and Gwen is Spider-Man also at some point. And
it's like there's a whole universe of spider people, like I don't know, some sort of spider-verse or something, It just doesn't...
Yeah, some kind of multiverse, if you want to call it that.
It's like a universe, but more of them. We're going to be doing our usual, seeing where we're at with the campaign, the story so far. Then we're going to dive into Scenario 3 of Cyclopean Foundation's Private Lives, which is a relatively pleasant title, actually. It's a title of a Noel Coward play, and it just doesn't sound that mean, so I'm sure nothing bad is going to happen.
No,
not at all. Look at this. I'm showing the art off on the stream, Crosshair. The art for Private Lives is someone, Joe Diamond maybe, investigating a room. It looks fine. There's no blood. Nobody's dead. It looks okay.
No corpses, no tentacles.
Corpses, no tentacles. No fire, no wire.
Something gooey on the floor, but...
Wouldn't
Who
worry
cares
about
about a little bit of ichor on the floor?
Exactly. So,
Quentacle.
Gwinticles! Gwinticle! Oh man, I love it. Spider Gwinticles. Okay. The story so far, I'll do the quick sum up, and then I will ask Crosshair if I've missed anything important, and you'll be able to chime in with all the stuff I've missed. If that's good for you.
Yep.
A man by the name of James Wycliffe has hired Daisy Walker, the librarian at Miskatonic Library? Miskatonic University? Did we discuss this?
University Library.
The Miskatonic University. The MUL, the MUL. Has hired Daisy to look into a lost shipment of artifacts that were supposed to arrive in Arkham from Greece. Daisy tapped her friend, Joe Diamond, the private investigator who has, experience in such matters, to go with her. They went down to the docks of Arkham, poked around. Daisy did an awful lot of extracurricular activities in terms of translating and interpreting and all sorts of things. They managed to find the ship on which the artifacts were supposed to be there. The artifacts, however, were gone. Left in their place were strange fish monsters, gangsters, and a substance that caused the perspective of the world to shift around them. So Daisy and Joe, unsure of what to make of this, pursued their lead, the O'Banion gang. They were hosting an auction to auction off some of these artifacts piecemeal. They snuck their way into the auction, snuck around, found out where they were being kept, headed down to the O'Banion vault, managed to avoid getting too beat up by all of the security and gangsters, and came away with one of the artifacts from Greece, the warped idol. Again, seems to be able to sort of bend reality around it a little bit, but we're not quite sure what it is yet. They also, while they were there, managed to interview the O'Banion's broker, who gave them a startling piece of information. James Wycliffe was the one who hired them to hit the boat in the first place. Why would he also have hired Daisy, and by extension Joe, to go after the artifacts unless he wants Daisy dead, which I guess is possible, but seems like a really roundabout way to do it. And that's where we're at so far.
Yeah, along the way, nothing really other happened. Like, we almost died many times, but didn't.
Yeah, exactly. Could have, but didn't. I'll take the 4 out of 6, Flower. And I understand the lack of frost tokens is really docking a point. I will say, Flower, something that I think you'll be excited to... Well, maybe not excited, but there's hope for the future. Frost tokens were included in the Edge of the Earth expansion, which was the first of Arkham's new model of campaigns, and it allowed them to do stuff where they could have more scenarios and kind of different orders, and it's more flexible kind of campaign design. That's where frost tokens were introduced because it was set in Antarctica. Great. I can say the next expansion that's been announced, the Feast of Hemlock Vale, features the return of Bless and Curse tokens, which were relegated only to one other campaign before this. And there's a lot of cards that refer to them. So I think Frost tokens might make a resurgence in a future campaign. Now, this is going to be probably years from now, but I'm just saying. Unless we return to Antarctica, the Frost tokens may indeed return.
For the third time.
When it's their time, exactly. I mean, basically, the next cold scenario we play, I'll be like, fuck it, throw one in there, I guess 2, but... Yeah.
Just for fun.
Oh, just for funsies. Okay, I'll try not to. And I think that's where we're at, so... Crosshair, you and I both spent some XP as well?
Yeah.
Good.
I sent 2 of them and upgraded 2 of my cards, so...
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
We might see them come up.
Okay, well, we'll leave that as a little tantalizing piece of information. I think we're ready to dive into the setup, hey? And see where we're at?
Yep.
Excellent. Scenario 3. Private Lives. Though the rain subsided while you were at the auction, the late night air is still damp and frigid. Your mind Pop. I'm
right.
saving. I'm still saving. Well, I'll keep reading while you're popping back in here. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Private lives. Your mind dwells on the many possible confrontations with Wycliffe as you march briskly towards his estate in French Hill. Obviously, Daisy's like, I don't think she's meek necessarily, but I think she's ready to be like, what the hell, dude? Like, why'd you, like, what is this backstabbery? Why are you dragging me into this? It's difficult to predict conversations with a man that you know so little about. James Wycliffe isn't even a native of Arkham, having moved here from out of state several years ago. You believe him to be a retired architect from Pennsylvania, from what the articles about his earlier expedition stated, but it's clear that he's something more than that. Promote? The one thing that is certain is that he knows the truth about these strange events tonight. Wycliffe's manor slowly comes into view as you round the corner to his street. Its design straddles the line between compliance with the French Hill aesthetic and the flair of modern Art Deco architecture, designed by Wycliffe himself. Your appreciation is understandably minimal as you tread the garden path up to the front door. You seize the brass knocker, intending to wake the whole household if need be, but the door swings open limply at first touch. The questions that had been percolating in your mind all evaporate in a flash. There, just beyond the mantel in the dim light of the street lamp behind you, lies the body of James Wycliffe. His face is frozen in a mask of terror, and it is clear from the bloodied holes in his evening jacket that his death was anything but natural. You stand in stunned silence until a creak from the upper floor echoes down at you. Whoever murdered Wycliffe is still here. But why? Your mind races through the facts until you arrive at a single new objective. Wycliffe may be dead, but the answers to your questions must still be somewhere within his mansion. Whether the murderers want to learn the truth for themselves or simply destroy it, you had certainly better find it before they do. The murderers seem to know plenty about Wycliffe, but you still need to make up lost ground. You begin at once with the corpse. Oh boy. Classic. Joe's there like, I'll just take a little bit of DNA for later. Oh god. At first, the body seems bare of anything but clothes, until a glint from the street lamp reflects off of Wycliffe's fingers. A silver ring etched with strange symbols shines up at you. Anything unusual could be instrumental in unraveling this mystery, and so you pocket the ring before you're beginning your search of the manor in full.
Yay!
Yay! Looting!
Loot!
Flower, of course this is normally where we'd call the police, but Joe and Daisy realize that time is of the essence here. So I'll point out for setup, I've done everything I believe, but I'm going to go through it here. Check the campaign log. If you have 4 or more notice, which we do, gather the cards from the countermeasures encounter set that match the classes of the investigators chosen for this scenario. We are both seekers, so I included the seeker card, that the yellow version of countermeasures, which we'll look at later. If it comes up, I should say. Check the campaign log. If you have 4 or more notice, during this scenario, use Agenda 1, Active Crime Scene version 2, and TikTok men, brackets, you're on their time. Remove the other agenda from the game. So, that's a thing that we've done. One investigator must add Wycliffe's ring to their deck. It does not count towards their deck size. That investigator begins the game with Wycliffe's ring in their hand as an additional card.
Oh.
So, Crosshair. When we saw this pre-stream, I seem to recall you saying, gimme, gimme, gimme.
Not in so many words, but yeah.
Not in quite so many words. I'm super happy to have Daisy pried this strange occult ring off of the man's finger, and you know, it's etched with mysteries, and she's all about in figuring out those mysteries.
Yeah, and also, you know, what she likes to say is that this clearly belongs in a museum.
Of course, and now she's going to, and of course she'll be returning it to a museum.
At some point, yes.
At some point, yeah. So I'll remind you, you begin the game with it in your hand as an additional card. Oh, yeah, my God, Flower. Will we have we wait before you tell us who got the idol? I thought we mentioned it on stream, but I guess we didn't. What do you think, Crosshare?
Oh, yeah.
Should we say, or should we wait?
Hmm. Maybe it's a secret.
Okay. We'll let it be a secret, Flower. But let's be clear. The warped idol is here. Whether or not it appears, we'll have to find out.
Someone has it.
Someone has it. Exactly. Set the following cards aside out of play. Blah blah blah. Put things into play. Blah blah blah. Each investigator begins play at the entry hall. Shuffle the remainder of the cards together, which has been done. So entry hall is, of course, we'll just have a quick look at the map, as it were. This is Wycliffe's Manor in French Hill. The entry hall.
So
yes,
the
sorry.
next page
is there
just
more?
says stop.
Oh, okay, great. Stop. Great, easy. We've got the entry hall connected to the living room, leading up to the second floor hallway, which is connected to the servants' quarters, and the drafting room, which, in addition to the second floor hallway, leads up to the master bedroom.
It's in the second floor, but
Oh. Huh.
so the top card is kind of like lateral,
Yeah, I guess so.
not third dimension. Well, it's non-Euclidean.
Oh,
you
it's
know.
I see. Okay, well that makes a lot more sense then.
Also, the Wycliffe's ring, I don't know if you showed it to people.
No, I didn't. Let's
but
have a look at it.
A Wycliffe's silver ring engraved with a Latin inscription circling the outside. Virtute silentio amore. Virtue, silence, love.
Yeah, sure.
Something like that.
Okay.
But yeah, you get +2 maximum hand signs. Encounter cards do not count towards your maximum hand size. When an encounter card is added to the hand of an investigator at your location, exhaust Wycliffe's ring, draw a card.
Okay.
So, this is pretty much a Daisy ring.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like we don't know quite how it sort of works yet, Daisy and Joe, but it seems to allow you to push aside, delusions or hallucinations, right? Like it keeps you kind of safer from them. Maybe not their effects, but at least them taking over your mind too much.
Yeah, and also you get to draw when someone draws a weakness, or rather encounter card is added to the hand, so it means that you understand them more or something.
Hello, indeed, Cthulhu. Welcome to Doomed. We're just reading our agenda and our act. I'm joined today by the Crosshair.
Aye.
We mentioned this before, Cthulhu. I feel like you'll be interested to know that... Oh, no, you know what? We said there were some surprises. We are aware that Crosshair upgraded, for sure, was it the stone? Yeah, we just didn't see it in action last scenario. And there may have been some other XP expenditures on upgrades. Who knows?
Yeah. We had 7. I spent 5.
All right. I also spent my 5. For sure. So Daisy and Joe are just at the entryway into James Wycliffe's manor. He's dead. We've pried a ring off his finger, and his murderers are maybe still here. We have to investigate. But I was just about to read our agenda and our act. Agenda 1A, Active Crime Scene, Version 2. The assassins are still somewhere in the manor, but just who are they? They seem to be the same group that robbed the O'Banions, but if they're not working for Wycliffe, then for whom? Whatever secrets Wycliffe knew, they clearly don't want to be discovered by others, which makes your mission that much more important now. 6 Doom. We'll see. Act 1A, Obituary in Progress. Amazing. Somewhere...
And the only act.
Sorry. Oh, yeah, thank you. Yes, you're right. I didn't even see that. That's good to know. Somewhere in Wycliffe's manor lie the secrets to the Mycenaean expedition and your own employment to find the missing shipment. Objective. I love these. If at least 5 of the following are true, the investigators may choose to advance. So, we studied the architecture, read the news clippings, searched the secret room, found Wycliffe's valet, read Wycliffe's journal, retrieved Wycliffe's letter, and in your campaign log, the investigators interviewed the broker. Well. I mean, 1 out of 5 already, baby. 1 out of 5. 1 out of however many we're going to do, I guess. We'll see.
All of them.
All of them. Let's try. What have you monsters done to Wycliffe Jean? Hi, Roger Twy. It wasn't us, man. Someone came in and just... He's dead now. It's absolutely awful. We're gonna find out what happened to Wycliffe Jean. Don't you worry.
Yes. And I didn't take his ring.
No, nobody took anything off of the body of him.
No.
All right. So, I believe that's it. We know that we're attempting to find the secrets of our employment and of the expedition here in the manor, Six Doom. And we've interviewed the broker already, which is good. But I think that's time to draw our opening hand. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay.
Let's get
doomed. Let's do it.
Let's get doomed.
Let's get doomed. Okie dokie.
Okie dokie. That's the best saying ever.
I agree. I think this is a good thing to start with. It's not ideal, is it? Joe's, of course, going to be gearing up, as we know, on his first turn. That's not something that can be gotten rid of. So the question is, do I want to... No, I'm going to throw 3 back. 3. Okay, rough, but... rough, but fair. Rough, but fair. And this will be very important, I think. Okay. Daisy's making some choices here as we proceed, staring down at his corpse after taking his ring, wondering if they need to proceed upstairs to confront whoever's here, try to take them by surprise, or maybe just investigate quietly while they still can.
Put my cards and added the ring to my hand.
At the beginning of the investigation phase, I will reveal the top card of my hunch deck. It is not a fast card, and I don't have any actions, so unfortunately I won't be able to play this, which kind of sucks. That's okay. There's only so many things I can do. So it'll be going back in. However, let's have a look here. Entry hall. Faintly lit by the outside street lights, the manor's entrance resembles that of a mausoleum. Wowzers! The style of architecture suggests the old and regal houses of Europe, with a high vaulted ceiling. 3 shroud, 4 clues. Action: resign. You leave before the assailants can turn their full attentions towards you. Free trigger.
Okay, thanks for coming.
Yep. Okay. Well, first action was actually I have to gear up, and then I'll resign next turn. So don't worry about it. If there are no clues on entry hall, free trigger. Read evidence 1 under scenario interlude Wycliffe's evidence in the campaign guide. So if there are no clues on entry hall, we can look for evidence here. 3 shroud and 4 clues, which is a lot of clues.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, I can gear up quite quickly because I unfortunately don't have very much exciting stuff to do. Sigh.
Yeah.
I'll do that. Joe is keeping a low profile. He doesn't, for now. There are killers on the loose, and he is ready to take them on when necessary. But for now, he's pulling out a few little things here. A whistle, his trusty dissection tools, magnifying glass, and a segment of dark stone. It seems to be maybe a piece of a jewel or something. He just sort of gives it a small kind of stroke with his finger and puts it back in his pocket. So unfortunately, well, not, or perhaps fortunately, he's ready to surprise his attackers, but he does not currently have a weapon on him, shall we say? That'll be a hard draw for me, Crosshair, to try to find.
Well, I'm sure. Well, you have one card. This seems to be the modus operandi of ours. You have one card, I have 20.
Yeah, well, there you go, right? A scalpel is a kind of weapon. A whistle, you can blow someone's eardrums. Yeah. All right, that's me. That's my... Oh, sorry. I'll flip all my tokens over there. It's my turn.
Well, let's begin then. Daisy, as always, pulls out one of her many, many, many books, which would be the Occult Lexicon.
Oh my god. Just okay. Well, if there's gonna be a dead man, I better take out this book covered in blood. Oh,
of
god.
blood. Yeah.
Jesus H.
Just studying some blood rites and shuffling 2 of those into my deck and 1 into my hand.
Is it that she doesn't trust? Is it that she doesn't trust Joe to take care of her? This is the question.
Who knows?
Who knows? Who knows?
Then I'm going to... Yeah. Second action. Let's play a blood rite.
Great.
Just flip through the book a bit.
Shoot Joe with some energy. Perfect. Ow. No, I'm kidding.
Draw 2 cards, discard up to 2 cards. For each card thusly discarded, you may either gain 1 resource or spend 1 resource to deal 1 damage to an enemy at your location. This action does not provoke attacks of opportunity.
Okay.
So, 2 cards, thank
Draw
you.
true.
And I'm going to throw away. I've got a plan. And yeah, let's throw encyclopedia away and get 2 resources then.
Okay. So we've paid back our occult lexicon.
Yeah. And let's... Well, if we are going to investigate a murder and a house, I shall need my assistant, thank you.
Cover more ground, of course.
Yeah. So third action, let's let lab assistant join the fray and I'll draw 2 cards.
Joins the fray always makes me think of Super Smash Brothers. Lab assistant joins the fray. It's just great.
So my turn was basically draw 4 cards, throw 2 cards away, gain 2 resources and spend 4 resources.
That's
okay.
Right. Yeah, you're up 2. Yeah, you're down 2 resources and up 2 cards, I think, right? Something like that.
Yeah, something like that. I can't keep track.
No, it's fine. Who cares? They're just books, right? Yoy. Anyway, there we are. So we've got a lab assistant coming to join us. I mean, Flower, for sure the assistant is getting hazard pay. There's a lot of hazards here, and there will be very soon many more.
Well, she was at the auction also, so...
Natch. It's true, she was. Shall we... That's it for our investigation phase, so we can move straight to upkeep.
Yeah.
Just make sure my music is still running. And it is.
Upkeep.
Fabulous. Not bad. Not bad. Oh god, there's probably asbestos everywhere. I'm sure. You know what, Flower? You're absolutely correct. What a nightmare. Oh boy.
This is a choice for sure. I have to throw something away.
One of those two. That's forced learning for you. They can only jam so much stuff in your head before it, starts to leak out the other side.
And this is a pain pain in the ass kind of choice, though.
Well, I mean, makes sense.
I'm gonna throw research librarian away.
Brain jam. May I interest you in my exquisite collection of stamps? If you don't like that, baby, maybe you'll like my riot whistle. Toot toot.
I'll check my rocks.
Just some rocks. We go to 1 out of 6 Doom on the agenda as we're staring down this darkened entry hall and hearing some steps from upstairs. Crosshair. Who is... we have been switching back and forth with the lead investigator, but I realize we never decided. Who would be leading our investigation in Wycliffe's house, do you think?
Well, it's a murder scene, so I think Joe would take the lead, I think. Maybe.
Because of the, because of the implication of possibly dying. It's a rough one, that's for sure.
It's more of a police case than a...
Yeah, or a disgraced, could have been a cop but never wanted to kind of case.
Yeah.
In that case, we will look around and draw some encounter cards. Joe, venturing just beyond the door, makes note of some stonework on the wall that appears to be warping with time. If there's no copy of stonework attached to your location, Okay, sorry. So you attach it to your location, otherwise it gains surge. Attached location gains non-Euclidean. Instead, take a damage or a horror and move directly to a location that is not connected to the attached location. Action, choose and discard a card from your hand. Discard warped stonework. Yuck.
Instead, take 1 damage. Oh, right, when you move away. Yeah, I always forget what non-Euclidean meant, but...
So, that's right, yeah. So, warped stonework, as of now, if we choose to move out of this is an obstacle and a paradox. If we choose to move out of the entry hall, instead of moving to that connecting location, we take a damage or a horror and move directly to a location that is not connected. So you reappear in somewhere else in the house, which is maybe not that bad. It's going to suck if we have to ever come back here, or leave here again.
Yeah. Well, we mostly will come here to resign, I think so.
Yeah, that's true. So the various sort of lintels around the doors are kind of like warping and distressing themselves. Yeah.
Well, that's happening.
Oh.
Well.
Well.
Let's see.
Is it something that happens like now, or just something that you need to keep an eye on?
At the end of the round.
That will be after upkeep. Yeah.
Upkeep, yeah. Okay. I'll just keep an eye on it, but...
Okay. The house has been invaded indeed by strange forces that Daisy nor Joe understand. As we move back to the investigation phase, I'm going to reveal the top card of my hunch deck. It's working a hunch, which I love. Thank you very much. Working a Joe Diamond hunch. This is a free clue off this location for us, which I don't think it's a bad thing. I could certainly try to get us the clues here. The more locations we have without clues, the worse the skull tokens get. But if there are no clues on entry hall, we can then read this evidence, whatever evidence is. So probably not a bad thing.
And you know that I have a way that if I get the last clue, I can do something, but we need another location for that. So
so we're thinking that we should get some of the clues off this location and then leave.
Yeah, maybe leave 1.
Okay, and then come back and look at the evidence later, perhaps, on our way out. I don't know.
Yeah, because
yeah.
if there's only one clue there, then it's an easy way to get the last one.
Scoop it up. That works for me. Totally.
Yeah.
We've got Ranty in the chat here. Ranty Hedgehog, hello. Welcome to Doomed. Wonderful to have you with us. I'm joined today by the Crosshair.
Hi.
As a reminder to folks, after stream today, we'll be raiding back over to Bloodfiend 13. It's the Extra Life stream day. I don't have it set up for me, but if you do want to make a donation to Opération Enfant Soleil, I believe is the group that Kathy is raising money for today, you can do so on her stream, and we'd love that. Yes, I will show you what the bad stuff tokens are. And sorry, Crosshair, tell me, yeah.
All the links.
All the links, there they are. So, the skulls are -X, currently 0. It's the number of revealed locations with no clues on them, so 0 currently. The cultists are -2. If there's a conspirator at your location, you also lose a resource, regardless of whether you succeed or fail. The tablet is -2, -4 if your location is non-Euclidean, which sucks, and we don't have any elder things in the bag, so I'm not even going to bother.
Do you mind if I start if you're planning on getting clues?
I am indeed planning on getting clues, so yeah, I'll let you start. Go for it.
Excellent. So, Daisy is going to, while reading the occult lexicon, also pulls out, or rather the lab assistant brings her her encyclopedia.
Okay, it's a good thing to do.
Well, you do have to know what the words mean and all that stuff, so...
Right, of course.
And I'm gonna use my free tome action to give you +2 to your... Well, probably the investigation thing.
Yeah, I'll definitely take a couple extra intellect for the round. Perhaps some sort of reference to the strange geometry of the stonework in here and helping Joe kind of navigate it.
Yeah. Then I do only have 2 resources, but also...
Oh, hi, Max. Max wants to be in the house of doom and blood as well, of course.
Yeah. Well, I do have to get rid of this, so...
Oh, okay.
Daisy just looks from her books and points at a person standing in the shadows.
Oh my god.
It's a hidden peril cleaner. Apparently come to clean Wycliffe's body away.
Oh no.
Hidden peril revelation secretly add this card to your hand. If you are at a location with a shroud value of 3 or less, as an action, spawn cleaner at your location. First, at the end of the round, if cleaner is in your hand, reveal it and it attacks you.
Ugh. Well, that's not
So
good.
might as well.
Well, unless you had another action you wanted to take before you reveal him, of course.
Oh.
Right? Because now there's a horrible enemy in
game. Actually, it spawns on the location. And we are both here, so...
You are correct, yeah, so you're right, actually. It doesn't say that he has prey or whatever, so if he spawns at location, we can choose who he... Oh, sounds good, Ranty, enjoy.
Yeah, I can take him. Like, yeah. Do you want to take it, or do I try to
get that asshole over here? I'm gonna punch this guy to death.
Okay, because that means I can do other stuff also. And as the last action, then it's gonna like. Oh, but I do have lab assistant. Yeah.
It's true, you do.
God damn it.
Is the trouble resources, or is the trouble we're not sure which one of them is the best?
I think I'm gonna take a resource.
All right. Good thing to do.
Like, just preparing for the future, because currently we are not too bad.
For now. Cthulhu is, of course, correct. As Daisy kind of points out, the shadowy figure had managed to creep down the stairs and is stepping towards him. Thankfully, Joe is at least able to get the drop on him. I'm gonna work a hunch because it's free and fast. It costs 0, so I'll just take a clue off this location, which I'll, just feels good. Joe, I think, is rushing towards the guy, hoping, he's got a hunch that the floor near the bottom of the stairs is probably uneven from a few years of, relatively torrential rains and warping. So he's hoping that he'll be able to get the drop on the guy, sweep the leg, and hit his head on the bottom of the staircase. Let's do first action. I'm going to attack. I'm going to fight him. I have 4 combat, 5 with vicious blow, which is 5 to 3. Pretty good. The tablets are currently -4s here, which sucks, but is what it is. Yeah.
Do I have any? Well, not really. Nothing that I can throw away. Yeah.
Got it. Joe is going to try, basically, to knock this guy down hard enough that he, surprised, might hit his head at the bottom of the stairwell. This is 5 to 3. Perfect. Okay, great.
Oh.
Manages to sweep the leg. The guy utters a short before he hits the ground hard, head cracking on the bottom of the stairwell, which kills him. 2 damage from the vicious blow. We'll get an evidence on dissection tools. Woo! Which gives me an agility. And then, let's... I'm going to fast play this other segment of Onyx just to have it out, because I'm scared of having it in my hand to lose it. Joe notices a small glint in the man's hand, and he notices that the strange cleaner, the sort of goon who is coming towards him, now bleeding out at the bottom of the stairwell, had a small segment of stone just like his, and takes it and scrunches up his face. That's interesting. Turns back to the matter at hand, assuming, of course, that this was the man who had killed Wycliffe, and therefore they're now alone again. Thanks to the encyclopedia and my magnifying glass, I have 7 intellect for investigating, so it's 7 to 3, and I'm going to go twice, try to get 2 clues. And that'll leave us with 1 here, so 7 to 3. The cultist, which is -2, and it's nothing else fires there, which is fine. It's a clue. And I'll go one more time, 7 to 3. A skull, which is currently -0 or 0. Done. Oh, thank you, Crosshair. So we've got clues off the location. The encyclopedia is going to disappear at the end of the round. But we've managed, Joe is kind of making his way through the entry hall and noting the fact that the perspective, the layout of the home seems to be different from the inside as from the outside. Something very, very strange is going on here. There you go.
This hallway clearly isn't built to code.
You can say that again. And that's it. That takes us to the end of investigation phase. There's no enemies, so we can upkeep. Awesome. That's going to be very useful, I think.
Ooh. Yes.
It's like a TARDIS.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Power word has to go away.
Bye, power word. Sorry, no screaming. No screaming at enemies today.
And you know that if I throw away power word, I throw something else.
Something else really good, I think, is presumably the implication there. Yeah. Or a weakness, which, maybe. But,
Possible.
Possible indeed. We move into the mythos phase again. The entryway has given up some of its secrets, perhaps not all of them, and the strange stonework will appear, injure and teleport people if they try to leave, unless we get rid of it. But let's see what happens as we go to 2 out of 6 Doom. We try to gather some evidence. Fast, fast, fast. Drawing an encounter card. Covert attack. The agents seem to know this house inside and out, striking at you from where you least suspect them to. I assume this is the guy who hit his head on the bottom of the stairwell. He manages to... Joe turns his head, just hearing a creak, and watches as the guy's trigger finger spasms. Test agility 3. It gets +1 difficulty if there's 4 or more Doom on the agenda. If you fail, take a damage. If you fail by 2 or more, it gains Surge. That's nasty. But unfortunately, there's not much I can do here. I have 3 agility, so I'm 3 to 3 on this test. I would rather it not gain Surge, but like it is what it is. So, here we go. Yeah. I mean, it's bound to happen, right? So, the loud explosion of his gun kind of goes off in the hallway. Joe kind of takes... there's a glancing blow to his shoulder, takes a damage, and it gains Surge. Yes, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. -3. So 3 against 3. Yeah, true.
That's called the house insulation, or thick walls. Ooh, this also has Surge. Counterintelligence. This is a countermeasure scheme. It has Surge on it, so I'll be drawing another card. I'm so sorry. Put counterintelligence into play next to the agenda deck. Forced. After a seeker investigator discovers any amount of clues, that investigator discards a card from their hand at random. Action. Place one of your clues on your location. Place a resource on counterintelligence from the token bank. Only seekers can do this. If there are an equal number of resources, equal to the number of seekers in the game, discard it.
Okay, so we use clues to discard the counterintelligence.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, place one.
Place one of your clues on your location to place a resource on counterintelligence. So I'm hoping to go and find us a low shroud location, and I'm going to put some clues down to get rid of this. It's not the most punishing, but counterintelligence here, whatever military or police force is after Daisy and Joe and James Wycliffe, they're going to be in big trouble.
Yes, could you imagine that flower?
Can you imagine? Here we go. And then I finally drew a card that doesn't have Surge on it. Peril. This is Archaic Evils. Joe, kind of clasping at his shoulder, just a glancing blow, he's okay. Makes his way back towards the steps of the second floor and notices the man who is dead, now officially dead, on the ground. Seems to be twisting, perhaps, in a way that doesn't seem entirely natural. Reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Well, I'll do that first. 1, 2, 3. My God. Either remove each revealed card from the game and draw the weaknesses, or shuffle them back into your deck, place a Doom on the current agenda. Devastatingly.
I give it to you.
Well, I wanted to. I mean, it's a peril, so I'm gonna make this choice. But I need to beg your forgiveness, because if these cults go away, I'm gonna be real sad.
I'd choose the same.
It's not ideal. Plus, deduction I think will be useful here.
And we are 1 up on the act already, so
that is true. Joe grits his teeth and watches as the twisting stops. Sorry, I'll pass the turn to you.
Yeah, what else happens here?
Ugh.
It's a dimensional fold, because
Classic.
Of course it is. All the woodwork and stuff is starting to warp to a ridiculous degree, like doors become ceilings and ceilings become walls. And
as you do.
Johansson swears he was swallowed up by an angle of masonry, which shouldn't have been there. An angle which was acute, but he behaved as if it were obtuse. Alright.
Whatever you say, H.P. Lovecraft.
That's actually the X, where X is the shroud value of your location, so 3. If you fail, take 1 damage and discard the top 3 cards of your deck. If you fail by 2 or more, draw each weakness discarded.
Okay. Okay.
So 3 against 2.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. I can't support you in trying to get away from this dimensional fold, unfortunately.
It's interesting. Take 1 damage and discard the top 3 cards of your deck. Are those separate instances or one instance?
That's a great question. It's like one effect, but I think I'm pretty sure it's separate things. And
there's no comma there, so that's why I'm asking.
Oh no,
like,
for sure.
Sorry.
If
I avoid the damage, do I then discard the top 3 cards?
I see. Yes, I think you would still, because it's I see what you mean. I like, because if it could be take 1 damage, then if you take damage, discard the top 3 cards of your deck or something.
Yeah,
that would make sense to me.
Yeah. Oh well. Let's see.
Hey, you know what? You might pass anyway. Who knows?
Yeah.
It's just a fold in the dimensional stuff of this house. Like, how bad could it be?
I'm gonna fail by 2 or more, I think so. Because even the like Elder Intimate thing is +0.
Correct.
So I have 1 icon that will help me.
I have none for you.
So the best I could do is go to 3 and 3. That would mean that I have a chance to pass.
Yep, absolutely.
And 50-50 chance to fail by 1.
Yeah, which, like, that's already better. I don't think the fail by 2 or more is that bad, because it's draw each weakness discarded, and, like, who knows if you are going to draw them anyway. It'd be better to discard your weaknesses, for sure, but,
Yep. I'm gonna throw Wycliffe's ring into it.
I salute you, Wycliffe's ring. We'll see you on the other side, my friend.
Yeah, so 3 on 3. Let's go.
I'm so sorry.
-3.
Absolutely devastating.
Yep.
Yep. All right. Well,
take 1
ouch.
Damage and discard top 3 cards. Draw its
Ring
weakness.
is not happy.
Cool.
Fuck. Oh, shit. That's fine.
Aleno fragments is fine, and that's fine.
That's less
So
ideal,
basically-
obviously, but,
Well, it only affects 1 icon anyway, so...
It's true, but,
Well, the dimensional folds make much more sense today now that she sees the Necronomicon on one of the shelves.
Coming out at her, as it were. Yeah.
And as she said in the auction house, that's where I left it.
Oh, right in this dimensional fold.
Yeah, every time she sees the book, oh, that's where I left it.
Perfect.
John Deacon, John D's nuts, but...
John D's nuts. I mean, enjoy the joke while it lasts. Cthulhu does indeed make a good point in the chat. The book it's gotta be held. It has to be held.
Yeah. I know. Do we get rid of the encyclopedia? Or Occult lexicon. I need to draw the cards anyway, so yeah. Bye-bye.
The blood rights leave the game as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to search.
Yeah, for sure. And I'll grab the one out of your discard pile here. Bye bye. You can even hold it with a straitjacket. I mean, the Necronomicon wants to be found, you know. Oh, hi Max. How you doing, buddy?
Shuffle.
Necronomicon. Welcome to Necronomicon, everybody. Now being held in Arkham in 2024. Okay.
That's
that was
fine. Fine.
Okay. No, it was fine. Good. I'm not gonna... We don't have to talk about it. Okay, counterintelligence is the one where if we discover clues, we have to discard cards at random. And we can place clues on our location to get rid of it eventually. Here, I will reveal the top card of my hunch deck. It's another working a hunch. Lovely. So I think Joe's probably gonna leave and try to find another place to go to investigate.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna stay heal, do something else. Because that's I really need to heal. So
okay. Hello, Requiem. Welcome to Doomed. Wonderful to have you with us. I am, as you point out, indeed joined today by the Crosshair. Yeah, Flower, I think so.
Oh, hi.
Hi, hello.
Hi, Requiem.
If we pick up the last clue, then I could free trigger, and then there'd be no clues on it, and then I could put clues back down on this location with counterintelligence. So that's absolutely a thing I could do.
Is there a window to do that? Is there a window to do that? Because the counterintelligence triggers...
Oh, I see what you mean. Interesting. Oh, well, it discards a card.
Right.
I mean, just let me play. Yeah. Well, if I play my only card that I have, I'm not a real seeker, I guess.
But thinking of the future, it would be better to leave the clue here.
Okay. But well, I think the thought is that if I pick it up, I would immediately put it back down to start getting rid of counterintelligence. Do you see? You know what I mean? But I could also leave it entirely and go and see if there's other places to explore.
Yeah, because I might be able to do the counterintelligence as well.
All right.
Depending what you happen to find.
We will have to see. Joe, breathing heavily, gritting his teeth from the grazing bullet wound. I'm sorry. You were going to do something.
Yeah, I was thinking if you needed +2 skill, but nah.
No. Sorry. If you wanted to go first, I think. If you have your tome action for encyclopedia, feel free. I know you can also use the Necronomicon. It's a tome, and that can be your free tome action as well.
Yeah, because I was thinking, do you need +2 to anything this turn?
It would be intellect to go and investigate elsewhere.
Yeah. So if you prefer that, I can do that. That would mean I take my turn first, but...
Yeah, go for it. It sounds like your plan for the turn is to try to find some healing.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna, do any investigation or stuff like that, so I think it would be better if I go first and use the free tome action at least.
Great!
So yeah, reaction. Let's explain a bit of the things going on, the warped stonework and how it might not be real and all that stuff to Joe before sending him off.
Okay, cool. All right, good. I didn't realize that, but that's all right.
Before pulling out a bottle of what looks like absinthe.
Sweet.
This is one of these strange solutions that I upgraded by random.
Restorative concoction. Lovely. absinthe, the restorative concoction.
Yeah, it's different kind of soup, but spend 1 supply, heal 2 damage from an investigator at your location, which will be my second action. I will be healing you from me.
Great. Yeah, I don't think it exhausts or anything, so you have the ability to use it.
Yep.
But yeah, good, great. Drink that absinthe, feel better. I love it.
And since there's still a clue at my location, I'm gonna do this. Daisy takes a swig of absinthe and starts sketching the weird architect Ranstaven. Oh no, you can go now.
Oh, great. Okay, he's gonna go.
So yeah, preposterous sketches is just they play only if there's a clue at your location. Draw 3 cards straight up.
Good to have.
Thank you.
The absinthe is so good. Just a swig of absinthe and starts sketching ferociously, which is horrific, but fine. Joe he's learned better than to question Daisy in this sort of circumstance. He's not gonna he is gonna shake his head, but not at her strange ways. He has more than he knows what to do with. Oh, I need to use my counterintelligence as best I can, or my counterintelligence, my encyclopedia as best I can. That's okay.
Oh, yeah.
But with a strange scuffling sound, Joe believes that there's something returning for him. Perhaps that strange body is going to start moving again. But in fact, it is not. It's that German shepherd from off the street again. It seems Joe's adopted a bit of a stray, which is quite nice. Requiem asks, what's with the bear? Great question. Crosshair, do you have anything you want to say for yourself?
Yeah, Sirloin is fighting the bear, and this dude here is inspecting the bear, attacking the bear from behind.
As it were. Yeah. I assume that's all the explanation you need, Requiem.
It's in the forest near the house.
Yeah, it's in the forest near the house, exactly. I'm going to, second action, I'm going to move out of this location. Rather than do the play with the things here, because I don't want to spend an action putting a clue down if I have a nice little encyclopedia thing. So, Warp Stonework says, I ran out of music. There we go. Warp Stonework says, location is non-Euclidean. Take a damage or a horror, so when I move from here, which I'm about to, I'm going to take a damage, and I'm going to move directly to a location that is not connected to the attached location. Joe take his dog. So Cthulhu, I'll explain my reasoning. I could hunch, free trigger, and then spend an action to put the clue back down. The key here is that Crosshair wants the clue on this location for later, and I respect that. But that would then take one of my actions, and I wouldn't have any actions. Like, I want an action to investigate. That's key. That's key for me because I have the encyclopedia bump. And hopefully we'll be able to get this evidence maybe on our way out. Maybe.
Yeah, Daisy basically sees a screaming Joe enter one of the non-Euclidean doors.
Which, of course, he walks through, finds himself immediately on the ceiling, and I don't know, is it crazy for me to go up to the bedroom right away, or should I? Nah, I'm just gonna do it. I don't know what's up here.
Yeah.
Why not? He finds himself
my choice.
Directly. Osab, Requiem, gifted to Osab. Thank you very much. Thank you for the gift sub. Much appreciated, Requiem Lost. The door to Wycliffe's bedroom is wide open. You can already see the furniture overturned. It's so strange that he doesn't even know how he got here. He's somehow on the second floor, but he never went up, only down. This is, the assassins have already done a cursory search of the bedroom. Anything left here will be well hidden indeed. 3 shroud, 2 clues. Free trigger, if there's no clues on the bedroom, remember that you found a strange ornament. Not one of the pieces of evidence that we need, unfortunately. But it's something to remember. And then it says, investigators at the master bedroom spend 8 clues as a group to read evidence 4 in the Wycliffe's evidence.
And that's a investigators at master's bedroom spend 8 clues. So both have to be there.
Correct. Yeah. Well, 8 clues have to be there. You're right. However, I have an action. I will work a hunch while I'm here, which is free and fast, so I'll grab a clue. Normally I would have to discard a card, but I don't have any cards in hand, so counterintelligence, nothing happens.
And suck it.
Suck it, as it were, and I will investigate again. I have 7 intellect against the 3 shroud of this location, thanks to that encyclopedia. -1. That's another clue. So we now have cleared off 1 location, which makes skulls -1s. But it's also clues. I'm gonna see if I can find a location with less shroud that I can drop clues on for us.
Yeah, and we found a strange ornament.
Yes, Joe also manages to go through the room, and rather than just the cursory search, he knows where rich men hide things. And it's not in the bedside table. And he finds indeed a strange ornament. Yeah, strange in what way? I wonder. Probably find out later.
Actually, Flower Daisy would say, well, all of those apply to the one item that I have at the library. And it's actually interesting. It's from the Mesopotamic era, and it was when blah, 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 blah.
Yes, this lady and her museums. That's it. That brings us to the end of the investigation phase. No enemies, so we go straight to upkeep. It's good. It's fine.
Okay.
It's something.
Oh, okay. You still don't have 2 trauma, I don't think.
No, I do not.
No.
No.
Yeah. So that's
just curious, just asking, ready to beat me up.
With the strange solution, the thermos is pretty much dead.
Ah, yeah. Well, that's true. That's a good point. Yeah, come and give me a swig of that absinthe when you have a second. Flower, you're thinking in a very linear sense. The pH scale seems to go from 0 to 14, but that's only because you're thinking linearly, or rather on a curve, I guess. You have to think about the scale in 4 dimensions. Go ahead, Crosshare.
The same object can be basic and acidic. Just perhaps not in the same spots, which means that it can taste good when you lick it, but it also doesn't taste good when you lick it.
Classic. So part of it tastes great and part of it does not. We go to 4 out of 6. Oh, shoot, I didn't mean to do that. We go to 4 out of 6 doom. Sorry, I hit reset instead. 4 out of 6 is getting real close, and we are no closer to finding evidence in this house yet, but we will soon. And we're going to draw some encounter cards. Ooh. Joe is up in the bedroom and finds the strangest... Well, hang on, he might not find it. Let's see. Wycliffe's papers transition suddenly to a strange code. Where have you seen this writing before? Attach it to the revealed location with the most clues that does not have a copy of it attached. Attached location gets +2 shroud. No more than 1 clue may be discovered from the location from a single action or effect. After we successfully investigate or discover clues from a connecting location, discard obscure cipher. So I think Daisy finds this instead, which is very strange.
Yeah, this is so good. Because even if it gives +2 shroud, it gives the location 5 shroud, which is nice.
It is a plus. I can confirm it is a +2 shroud, Flower.
Yeah.
Although, perhaps you're thinking, master bedroom's got no clues, baby. I got all the clues. I got all the clues, baby. Excuse me, cat. Oh, hi, Laura. Sorry.
Basically, I'm gonna I can tell you things, but I'm saying that if there are 2 clues in the bedroom, that's not a bad thing.
Okay, which is I see what you mean. Okay, cool. Yes, I very much see what you mean. Okay, cool. I would also, totally. I completely understand, and I think we can maybe even find a way to get the clues back there. But mythos phase first, of course, and then I'll be able to help with that.
But if you just happen to leave 2 clues in the bedroom, I don't mind.
Got it. Understood.
Oh dear.
Do you?
While Daisy's just checking out these new obscure ciphers and looking at the masonry and checking her encyclopedia with her lab assistant, a rather large man walks through the door and is like, "You know too much." It's a...
Oh, God.
Hunter Retaliate 332. If there is a countermeasure treachery in play that matches the class of an investigator at Fixer's location, Fixer gets +1 fight and alert. Hello.
Hello. That countermeasure could be going away, but that doesn't necessarily help us out too much right now. Maybe it does.
It's fine. I think it's fine. Maybe.
Okay. I mean... hi, cats. Okay, they're gone. All the cats are freaking out. It's about dinner time. Well, investigation phase, I revealed the top card of my hunch deck, but it doesn't really help me right now, unfortunately. Oh, it doesn't help me. No, it doesn't help either of us right now.
Because,
yes?
I do have to stay at this location.
Okay.
To get the last clue. Understood. At some point.
Yes.
But this Fixer kind of... Oh, right. If you get rid of the countermeasures, it doesn't have alert.
Which is probably pretty good, right? Like, that feels important.
Yeah, retaliate only means that if I fail to attack or evade.
Retaliate is for attack. Alert is for evade.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Okay, well then, I mean, I think we were pretty sure we wanted to start here with... I don't think anything's changed. Joe can get rid of that countermeasure. And then I guess he'll start coming towards Daisy to hopefully, be able to help out. I don't know, he can't do anything from here. He doesn't have a big sniper rifle or whatever. Too bad. But I will spend 2 actions to place a clue on my location, to place a resource on counterintelligence. There are 2 seekers in the game, so doing this will discard, for 2 actions, we'll discard counterintelligence. 2 clues go back.
Bit costly, but... Costly, but...
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I mean, costs time more than anything, which is kind of crappy, but that's all right. I'm going to venture down, I think, now. Last action, Joe's going to head down. Hearing sort of some strange, muttering coming from down below, he turns around and expects to see the hallway again, but is indeed on the 2nd floor. How did he get up here? A short half-spiral staircase leads up from the entrance to another ornately designed hallway. God damn it, non-Euclidean. The hallway seems to twist to and fro with each step you take. Something about its architecture seems out of place. Foreshroud, 2 clues. Victory 1. It is also non-Euclidean, so when I leave, or when we leave, shuffle a non-weakness card from your hand, your choice, back into your deck. And that is me. So that's me.
Yeah. Now I do think I need to evade here.
Yeah, I think Daisy probably doesn't want to just get shot multiple times. Probably.
Yeah, and evading at least doesn't get me hit.
True.
So, yeah, let's just see what happens first. I'm gonna throw Forbidden Tome into this evasion. So a 3-2. Yep.
3-2.
Yep.
As it is.
Whew.
The tome maybe smacks him on the head and distracts him.
Yeah, basically throwing a locked tome towards the aggressor just to distract him enough to do something else.
A big sigh, Crosshair. Is everything all right?
Yeah, it kind of just screwed over my resources.
You wanted to take a couple of resources, probably, or take a couple, I guess, or something to that effect.
Yeah, basically.
And we'll probably continue to do so, right? Because he's still here, which is annoying.
Yeah. I either have to leave and come back to do something, which is fine, or... Because this is fine, this obscure cipher means that I can do things.
From this location, right.
Yeah, and get the last clue to get us one of the victory conditions. So I think the best bet is to just leave.
Okay. I'll how am I say this? Warp Stonework can be discarded as well. Right? There's a condition on it that could be discarded.
But it's a choose and discard also, but I could also just move to the servant quarters to see what happens.
Not connected, that's true. You'd be able to check it out.
Yeah.
Great.
I think I'll do that because I don't want to be here when this guy wakes up.
Yeah, totally. We might even be able to then kind of lead, like, the strange geometry of the house might let us kind of lead him around, potentially, and we won't have to fight him yet. Possibly.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So, by forcing her mind, basically, to move through the warped non-Euclidean stuff, she makes her way down the hall and finds herself at the servants' quarters, which at the second floor from the window. So,
yeah. Also strange.
This doesn't quite make sense.
No, interesting how that works.
The door to the valet's room is ajar, with some faint light glowing near the floor. To clue location with victory 1. Wycliffe's manservant is lying face down on the floor of the simple room with a bloody welt on the back of his head.
Oh god. Yikes.
Investigators at servants' quarters discard cards from their hands as a group with a total of 8 skill icons. Read evidence 5 under scenario interlude Wycliffe's evidence in the main guide.
That's probably doable, right?
8 is not too much.
It's a lot of icons, and it kind of sucks that we have to discard them. But I mean, it's evidence. That's something we need. Maybe.
It's doable.
Okay.
lower printed round. Well, this is one place I can actually clear rather easy.
Great.
But
That'll be nice, I think.
I could also just leave it, because it's also a place I could clear out.
I see what you mean. You could get the clues out of it later.
Yeah, I can do a couple of those, I think.
Okay, with enough mental fortitude and resources, of course.
Yeah. Now I'm thinking I don't need the tome action, so I'm gonna use it to maybe clear the Necronomicon a bit.
Yeah, the horror.
Maybe see
Oh,
if...
go ahead,
Yeah, the horror helps me forget things.
It does. It moves to you, and then right, action, move a horror from the Necronomicon to Daisy Walker. Then, if the Necronomicon has no horror on it, discard it, which is a good way to get rid of that.
1, 2 is fine,
Yeah,
and last 2 resources.
Requiem, I will say there's no formal setting that's outside of the timeline of the 1920s, but there are lots of unofficial fan things, including there's like a setting. I'm just pointing this out. This is a Half-Life setting, and someone did Darkest Dungeon. Is that what it's called? Yeah. Like I'm sure there's something set in the Victorian era.
That'll tap me out. Good. Yeah, let's read the Necronomicon and do some preposterous sketches.
Okay.
Yeah. So just drawing around the almost dead lying manservant and all that stuff, just la 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 la.
Okay. I wonder what this is going to do.
Well, it thins the deck if nothing else.
Yeah. That is true. I won't argue with that.
Also, it's a fast action. Actually, since I have enough cards, I think I could do that. We need 8, right?
Investigators at servants' quarters discard cards from their hands as a group with a total of 8 skill icons. And then we get...
Yeah, I'll do it next turn, because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'll draw 2, discard 1, that'll be a 10, and Lab Assistant makes my hand size 10, so that's fine.
Okay, and then Joe could even potentially, if you wanted, Joe could come in and help with that.
Yeah.
If that's necessary. Cool. That brings us to the end of the investigation phase. Daisy managed to escape her assailant and finds herself in the servants' quarters with Wycliffe's valet or manservant face down on the floor, dead? We're not sure. But no ready enemies, so we go straight to upkeep. We ready the fixer. Do our upkeep. Excellent, excellent, excellent.
Oh, I'm gonna throw the other Lab Assistant away.
Okay. Mythos takes us to 5 out of 6 doom on the first agenda. There are clearly secrets in this house, but we are not yet sure what they are, what they hold. The man who was momentarily stunned by Daisy is ready to pursue us again, and we draw our encounter cards. I knew this might come up. I thought this might come up, I should say. This is around every corner. Test agility 3. If you fail, the nearest conspirator moves directly to your location and makes an immediate attack against you. If there are no conspirators in play, search the encounter deck and discard pile for 1, blah, blah, blah. And if there's a countermeasure treachery in play, which there isn't, but it would make it harder to pass this test. I don't mind getting hit, but I think you'd agree with me that I could try to pass this instead?
And I can come and heal you anyway, so...
Yeah.
Pass is good, but it's not too bad.
Let me ask you about icons, my friend, because I could...
I can clear it next turn.
Okay. So you don't need icons from me, necessarily?
No.
All right. Well, then in that case, Joe's going to take
And
the initiative.
you're gonna love it.
Joe's going to take the initiative and shove a small grandfather clock down the stairwell to try to block the fixer's progress. This is a guardian skill with 3 wild icons, but it loses 1 for every action that's been completed by an investigator this phase. So it sucks if someone else has taken their turn before you because it has no icons. But it's great on the first turn.
Or on the mythos.
Or in the mythos phase, yeah, where it is 3 wild. So I'm testing at 6 to 3. Okay, well, a bit of a... That's...
Fine.
You know what? Yeah, come on. We didn't know. Around every corner, a grandfather clock, motherfucker. He just pushes it down the stairs and tries to keep the guy away from him.
Well, maybe reading the Necronomicon was a bad idea and sketching it was a worse idea because...
I guarantee you it was.
I was talking about the house fire. This is an arsonist. Unlike the other agents here, this man isn't the least bit subtle about keeping evidence out of your hands. Furthest away from each investigator, which is every location.
Yeah, I'm 1 location away from everything except the living room, and you're 1 location away from a couple places and 2 from other places.
Furthest away from... So it's either the living room or the master bedroom and drafting room.
Yes, yeah, you're right. It can't be somewhere that's 1 away from both of us. That's true.
Yeah. But I'm also 2 away from the entry hall and so anywhere. Let's see first. First, at the start of the enemy phase, if Arsonist is ready, you must choose 1. Each investigator at Arsonist location discards an item asset he or she controls or takes 1 direct damage, or place 1 doom on Arsonist.
Doesn't, that's a bit odd, eh? It doesn't have Hunter.
No.
So...
It just stays there.
Oh, and if you didn't... Okay, I understand. So if you can't choose the first option if no one's there, because it wouldn't do anything. Like, right? It wouldn't fire, pun intended. So you'd have to choose the doom if there's nobody at the location. Okay, I understand. Yuck.
Do you want to go into the crafting room and deal with it, or...
I don't mind doing that, no. I can do that. Sounds good. Come here. We actually also have a turn because... adding a doom doesn't advance the agenda, and we're 1 away from advancing anyway. So if I think I'll still try to deal with it, but you know.
Do you want me to go first, or do you?
Well,
want to go
I am. It's the investigation phase. I'm going to reveal my hunch deck. Not particularly useful today, but I still think this is quite fun. Ugh, the true journey is the one we take in our minds. What a crappy philosophy. Yuck. Yeah. Out of Joe's hunch deck, this only costs 1 resource because I'm reducing its cost with other classes and stuff. So it's a 1 cost to move anywhere, but of course I'm currently, in the middle of the thick of it, so I'll probably just leave it there. Yeah, sure, bud. You had a thought? Unless we want to take our break now, Crosshair, or do we want to do another round first?
We could do another round. I don't mind.
Yeah, you had things you wanted to do, so I say we go for it when we have a moment.
Yeah, because I think you're gonna like this. So, the servant quarters says, investigators at servant quarters discard cards from their hand as a group with a total of 8 skill icons.
Yeah.
Okay. So, how many skill icons does curiosity have? I
How
think
many
it
cards
has
do you have in your hand?
6.
Oh, I do like this a lot. Yeah.
And let's add logical reasoning to it, so that's 8.
Yep. I like your math. It's you still have 7 cards in hand, so curiosity has. It doesn't say that it only gains the icons during a skill test. It just says how many it has on it when you have that many cards in hand. So yeah, I love it. You.
Yep. That's it. 8.
Nailed it.
Evidence 5.
I will. I'll turn it to the evidence 5 here. If you would like to read it, you may, and if not, I can do that too.
Please do.
Evidence 5. This is, of course, Daisy after, her curiosity is into the valet's, health and well, she wanted to sketch the Necronomicon first, but here we are. It takes you several minutes to treat the valet's injury and rouse him to his senses, taking care not to alert the assassins further. The elderly man looks up at you blearily, but with the motivation of duty. Master James, is he, You shake your head curtly. The valet gives a despairing sigh. Oh, the poor man. I should have listened to his warnings, but he had been so erratic these past days. He would shut himself in his room for hours at a time, only emerging to seek some atlas or geographical book. But I never would have imagined that any of that would lead to... His voice quavers and he buries his face in his hands. You tell him to stay out of sight until the coast is clear. Remember that you found... Oh yeah, go ahead, sorry.
No, you just stay here. I know how you poor people act.
Excuse me? Hi, Aragwen. Welcome to Doomed. I am, of course, joined today by the Crosshair.
Hi.
Hello.
Aragwen. Quenticle.
The Gwenticle. That's right. Aragwenticle, we've decided is a nice little nickname for you. And we found Wycliffe's valet. Lovely.
That's 2 out of 5.
Something that we did. Something that we've done. Okay, excellent work. That was a free trigger, Crosshairs. Didn't even take an action.
Oh, right. I have everything to do.
I mean, we could. It doesn't have to be during your turn that you took a free trigger, so it could still be.
Oh, right.
If you wanted to, it could be my turn instead. But I feel like you've got.
I think I should come and heal you because I need to go to the 2nd floor hallway and leave the clues here. But there's the fixer. I
would suggest if you're going to move into the hallway, I would then try to move out away from here so that he doesn't get you. Yeah.
Yeah. Because the other option is to stay here and get resources, but you kind of need healing at some point.
At some point. Well, actually, if you come to the 2nd floor hallway...
Oh.
I'll stay
and protect you.
Or you could go to the...
I need to go to the master bedroom anyway.
Okay.
Because it has stuff. Yeah, okay.
That sounds good. Aragwen, sounds good? Question mark. Have fun.
Have fun watching bodies.
Bodies.
So, this is a fast drive-by healing, Daisy comes out of the servant's quarters, explains to Joe quickly, okay, there was such a servant and he was telling about how Wycliffe did blah blah blah, gives Joe a swig of absinthe. You're gonna need this one.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
Takes a deeper breath and starts explaining from the encyclopedia about fighting techniques.
Oh, great. Okay. That sounds good to me.
And then hurries off into the master. Okay, well, I have to go now.
Joe's just looking around like, what the hell's going on,
But Joe suddenly feels a lot better now that Daisy is running around seemingly fine and explaining something about Wycliffe.
Yeah, encyclopedia be damned. He's, at the very least, he got a swig of absinthe, so he feels great.
Or something like absinthe.
Or something like, oh god, something like absinthe. Ugh.
Oh, do call me in the morning if you feel odd. Ill.
Okay. Joe, just like, whatever you say. Yikes.
Yeah, that sounds nice, Auli.
It does sound a lot of fun. Like, I'm gonna take a look into it. I can't believe I hadn't heard of it. It is now Joe's turn. He's been beefed up on his fighting techniques. It would appear that he's gonna want to get out of the hallway to avoid this fixer coming to get him.
Right. Non-Euclidean. Shuffle a non-weakness card.
Oh,
from your
yes,
hand
sorry,
back
that
to
did fire for you. Yeah, you're right.
Semus.
Bye-bye, back in the deck. Back in the deck it goes. Fast and free, however, in the wreckage of the clock that he pushed down the stairwell, Joe once again finds a small, smooth piece of black stone. Which is very strange. But once he sort of puts it almost magnetizes to the ones in his pocket. And he finds himself staring suddenly at a pendant, a strange kind of necklace almost. The three segments magnetized together in a way that isn't quite natural. He doesn't know what to make of it necessarily. This is the pendant of the Queen of Nothing at All. It has 3 charges, and I can free trigger, exhaust the pendant of the Queen and spend a charge to choose a revealed location and select either move to it, discover a clue there, or automatically evade an enemy there. Which I think, Crosshair, I'm gonna keep that handy, because I think the fast evade an enemy from a distance is not a bad thing.
Oh yeah, you can basically exhaust it before an enemy moves to evade it, even if you're not there.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, even if it moves, you can. I think there's a fast window between hunting. Yep, between hunting and attacking. You can even exhaust it there, although it would ready in the upkeep phase, but that's also pretty delicious. You're right, I could keep this guy at bay for another turn, although maybe I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep join the caravan for now. I don't really mind getting punched by this guy. Yeah, so I'm gonna,
damage. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna walk in here. So I no longer have any cards in my hand, so the non-Euclidean effect in the second floor hallway does not fire, baby. Joe is moving in the directions of the sounds that he hears, away from Daisy, because clearly she can take care of herself. Whoops. He sees a mustachioed man whipping around, holding a lighter, but also a little gasoline-soaked rag. The drafting room.
I have a feeling this guy sounds French.
I think so too. Le feu. Okay, I'll probably stop that. Wycliffe may have retired, but he still dedicated one room to be used as his office of architectural business. 3 shroud, 4 clues. Compared to the tidiness of the rest of the manor, the drafting room is stacked with papers, all haphazardly strewn about. 3 shroud, 4 clues, victory 1. And it says, indeed, if you have 12 or more cards in your hand, you have to be here, of course, to read evidence 2 under scenario interlude Wycliffe's evidence. Action, spend any amount of clues, draw 2 cards for each clue spent. Although we do want some clues for other things.
Need 8 for the master bedroom.
Okay. But Joe is here and is ready to party, as it were. The man whips around and starts advancing on him. Joe's going to grapple with the guy and try to take him out. I have 6 combat, so I'm not going to punch him twice in the head. Let's do it. 6-3. Yeah. Joe's like struggling with the guy. He's looking for something like a paperweight or something that a drafter might use to weigh stuff down to try to get a good smack in the guy's noggin. Let's go again. 6 to 3. Oh, even better. A big crushing blow. The arsonist is not yet down, but he is injured.
Hey, guard dog.
Guard dog!
Oh, the arsonist. If you put the damage, it's direct damage. Oh well.
Well, he also does a damage with his attack, which is good. At the start of the enemy phase, the arsonist is ready. You must choose one. I will choose to place a doom on the arsonist.
Really?
Yeah, because then he punches me.
Oh, right.
And I'll kill him. Get him, Scruffles! Or whatever. Sheppy. I'm going to call him Sheppy. Yeah! Guard dog takes a damage, but manages to throat this guy, which is really horrible, but there you go.
Oh, right. Fixer moves upstairs.
Yes, thank you. So yes, sorry, he hunts as well, you were right. And I think that's okay. I think I can handle him from here. Upkeep.
Yeah, upkeep.
Upkeep. Ooh, good. Something. Finally, something I can do. Still got that resource, Well, I know you have big plans to clear locations of clues. I can only hope that the mythos will allow us to proceed with those plans. That's all I can hope.
I'm gonna throw the war bridle away. And yes, flower focused. I had the war bridle.
Of course.
I don't need it.
Daisy wants it to belong in a museum, naturally.
Yeah, just putting it away for later use.
In the mythos phase, we go to 6 out of 6 doom, which advances our first agenda.
Oh, right.
Agenda 1B, Cleaning House. All at once, a great commotion sounds from the front of the house. Men in dark suits file inside with weapons drawn and other tools at hand. Oh god, there's like a cleanup crew here now. They spread throughout the manor with driven purpose, working to erase everything you're working towards. Your interference has become a priority problem to these men. Put the set-aside TikTok men into play next to the agenda deck. Shuffle the encounter discard pile back into the encounter deck. Done. We'll have a look at TikTok men before we read our next agenda. The TikTok men, you're on their time. 3 fight, 8 health, 3 evade. They're an elite conspirator enemy. Massive. They are considered to be at each revealed location. Forced, after you defeat TikTok men, flip them over and resolve the text on their other side.
Right.
So they are everywhere. 383 massives. Like literally, they're the whole space now.
So everyone is engaged. Oh,
As
hi,
of
Bloodfiend.
right now, hello, Bloodfiend. Welcome to Doomed. We're just kind of at the tail end of this first part, about to take a break, but wonderful to have you here, and I am joined today by the Crosshair.
Hi. Taking a break, I see.
Taking a break as well. I hope it's been a successful Extra Life so far. I was saying before, we were dropping the name, dropping the knowledge, dropping the links. It would appear that you've already reached halfway, which is fabulous. Agenda 2A, Burn Notice. These additional agents have sped up your schedule considerably. If you don't deal with them, and soon, then they'll quickly erase everything you've worked to discover, if not you yourself. Forced. At the end of a round, holy shit, if TikTok men are at a location with any amount of clues on it, place a doom on them.
Yeah.
Free trigger as a group, place 2 clues on your location to remove 1 doom from TikTok men. Well, shit.
Okay, so any amount of clues means...
Subscriber.
Hey, Rocky!
Subscriber.
Thank you very much, Rock Pants. Wonderful to have you resubscribing. Thank you very much, and welcome to Doomed. I'm joined today by the Crosshair.
Hey.
Sounds good, Blood Fiend. No worries. We're going to be taking a short break ourselves pretty soon, I think. Oh, boy. Yeah, Crosshair. So a location with clues is currently 5 locations, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if we can do 8 damage in one turn, we are fine.
Right. We definitely can't. Sorry, we can't. I can't, for sure. I don't, unfortunately, have that on me. I have the ability to exhaust? No. Damn. I can evade an enemy at a location. So I could evade TikTok men at a location, but not at all locations.
Yeah, we have to talk, think about this and talk about this. But first, we need to poo about this.
Well, do we want to mythos first, or do we want to take our break?
We can mythos and see how screwed we really are. So.
Love that. I'm just going to go straight for it here in the drafter room with the corpse of an arsonist. Oh, an impossible perspective. That's fine. Test willpower 3. If you fail, take a horror, put it into play in your threat area. Obviously, with the rushing of the men in to clean up this crime space, walls have started to collapse and shrink. Yeah, okay. So my maximum hand size is reduced by 2. If I fail, I think I will, so I'm just going to go for it at 2 to 3. Yep. Impossible perspective is in my threat area. My maximum hand size is reduced by 2. No big deal.
It's fine.
For me.
And in the bedroom, we see that the stonework is also warped, which is a good thing, actually. But yeah, this is the same thing. No copy, put it here. It's non-Euclidean. Take 1 damage, 1 horror, and move to any location that's not an attached location. So, for example, the entry hall.
Right, very true. That would get you out of here. Flower does, of course, make a good point. Evading the TikTok men, because they are massive and considered to be at every location, they are only one enemy, so you could evade it and evade all of the copies. All of the copies. You could evade the whole enemy. That doesn't, unfortunately, help us with the big burn notice issue, which is if they're at a location with clues, place a doom on them. And so, oh my god, Crosshair, I read place 1 doom on them for every location they are at with clues. I read like put 5 doom on them around kind of thing. That's what I read instead of 1.
Yeah, at the end of the round, if TikTok men are at a location, which is all of them, if they are at a location with any amount of clues, place 1 doom on TikTok men, which means that 5 clues will be going on them next turn.
No. It's place 1 doom. It's not that's what I was confused about. It's place 1 doom, not 1 per location.
Really?
Yeah, if they are at a location with any amount of clues, place a doom on them.
Yeah, I thought that means all the locations.
Well, no, because I think personally, I think it would say place 1 doom on them for every location they are at.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, and although the placing 2 clues on your location to remove a doom, I mean, we could just try to kill them too. That would be nice.
Yeah, but that means that the 10 doom isn't that bad.
Right, it is essentially like 5 instead of like it's half, because they were kind of going 2 doom around now in a way. Okay.
But at least it's not 2.
That's oh my god, I was so I totally misread it. And anyway,
that would have been fine anyway. So
well, it wouldn't have been great. I would argue. Yeah. I don't know how the heck we're gonna. Well, we'll figure that out when we get there.
Yeah, we can talk when we get back because that's cool.
I think so. Just revealing it at the top of the investigation round. But yes, I think we should take our break and then try to see how we can resolve the newly arrived TikTok men here in Wycliffe's Manor. And we're going to catch you back in just a few minutes, right here on Doomed. See you in a sec. Oh, hello. Welcome back to Doomed. Not-so-solo playthroughs through Arkham Horror the card game with a focus on roleplay and storytelling. Getting into the shit with me, it's special guest, the Crosshair.
Hi.
Well, that was the wrong button. Hello, Crosshair. I went to the wrong scene. But we're here. We're back. Welcome back.
Yeah. I or Daisy has formulated a plan.
Ooh. Okay. Does the plan... okay, go on. No, tell me what the Daisy's plan is.
The plan depends on Joe doing his job, which is to, like a good jungler or someone in League of Legends or stuff, giving her space.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I can tank for you, perhaps evading the TikTok men might be of value.
Yeah, that would help immensely. Or rather, it would reduce the amount of damage that happens.
Yeah, well, yeah, no, definitely. I don't think we want to just be walking around getting, like, punched all day from these strange men from, I don't know, some sort of... Where are they from? We don't even know.
Yeah, but they're everywhere.
They are everywhere. And I'm really hoping that I'm going to have some sort of way of dealing with them soon. Some other way, I should say, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Some way to evade an enemy.
No, don't like, you know, don't let me get in your way. I got my stuff going here. A fighter plane, a fighting vehicle, or in a nuclear missile silo. Oh, Flower, it's true. You got to be very careful when you're on the, well, depending on where you are, saying things about, oh, that was the wrong button. Like, it can be bad. It can be bad for sure.
Yeah, in a sex shop.
Yes,
anyway.
Also definitely not something you want to do. Joe, seeing these strange, besuited, behatted men rushing in, toting guns, he reaches down to the strange obsidian stone necklace piece in his pocket and, like, searching for perhaps a gun, something to defend himself. But when he touches it, they all freeze for a time. He's like, oh, well, that was a freebie. I am, of course, going to try to beat them up, but I think dealing with the fixer is probably a good idea, too.
Yeah, that pendant basically gives you 3 free, or us, 3 free rounds.
Which I'm going to need to defeat these fucking guys. So I'm going to shortcut back out of the drafting room into the second floor hallway, engaging our good friend the fixer. Joe's ready to tangle, rushing by all of these men just frozen in time. He's not quite sure what happened, but he's ready to deal with this situation. I'm gonna try. I unfortunately I don't have a gun or a knife or anything, so I'm just gonna punch him. I have 5 combat with the dissection tools, so I will punch him at 5-3. That is awful news. Really disastrous. I'll put a damage on me. I'll put a damage on the guard dog, which puts a damage back on the fixer. There is one man who's seemingly unaffected by this strange stone, turns to Joe and just clotheslines him as he goes by. That was first action. Second action, I'm gonna fight again, baby. I'm gonna try to beat him up. 5-3. Yeah, come on, Joe. That's better. Okay, so 2 damage.
No.
Last action, I'm gonna try one more time to. Joe's trying to navigate him to the top of the stairwell to give him a really good shove down the stairs to join his comrade in arms. 5-3. A skull. X is the number of revealed locations with no clues. Huh. That's interesting.
Wow, that's a shame.
That's a real... Oh, man, I really wish we had more clues. That's a 0 success. The fixer topples down the stairs. Dead, we hope? All right, space given, Crosshair. It's all you.
Excellent. Well, as a freebie action, actually, do I need that?
Repent, you harlequins. Repent!
The route is 3 and the largest is -4 because it's a non-Euclidean.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to be up by 2. 4.
I mean, ideally up by, up another 2 would put you in the range of probably not getting roasted here.
7. Basically 7. Yeah, 7.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I am going to use the encyclopedia of mine as well to boost my
Intellect.
book knowledge.
To
7.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah, reading the encyclopedia, coming up with a plan. Then I'm gonna take a resource.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna take a resource.
Okay. All that reading. it's
And I'm
mind
going
resources.
to-
It's knowledge resources. It's good.
Yeah, just reading the encyclopedia, and then I'm gonna investigate this location and deduce this bedroom.
As we do.
Yeah. So that's 8 on 3. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Please succeed. Phew.
That is a success, my friend. A tablet, which is, of course, as you mentioned, not -4 because your location is currently non-Euclidean, but that's still a success.
Success. So I'll take those. Just the clues, thank you. I don't need the card.
Just the clues. Thank you very much.
And then Daisy is going to connect the dots. That the bedroom was probably where based on the blood splatter and what Joe has explained about crime scenes, that the servant was probably bonked on the head in the master bedroom.
And then dragged back down to the servants' quarters. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
And connect the dots is fast. Play after you discover the last clue at your location with deduction I did. Discover 2 clues at the location with a lower printed route value than your location, which would be the servants' quarters.
No problem. Boom. 4 clues, 1 action, and a victory point.
Okay.
Lovely work. Excellent.
And for my next trick...
We're gonna punch some TikTok men, I think. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. But yeah, I think I see what you're looking at with the master bedroom needs 8 clues. We've got 7 between us, which is okay.
Yeah, that's one. I can go to the drafting room and get 12 cards, I believe.
That's another possibility. Yeah, I think I might have the clues we need to do the master bedroom first, potentially, like which would be.
Oh,
again, we'll
yeah.
see. I might be able to do that.
Yeah, if you take 1 clue, come here. We spend the 8 clues to get that. That's the 3rd one.
Yeah, that's very much a possibility. Well, we'll have to see what all the rest of our business is first. But Flower of August asks an important question.
Yeah, we currently have 2.
We have found the Wycliffe's valet, and we interviewed the broker last scenario. We're still missing architecture studying, reading the news clippings, searching a secret room, reading Wycliffe's journal, and retrieving Wycliffe's letter. So by my count, there are 7 things here total. If at least 5 of the following are true, we may choose to advance. I assume if we find more, that's good.
Yeah, I think so too. Okay. So push our luck as far as it goes.
As far as it goes, you're absolutely right. We'll see. We'll see what we can do here. Of course, we go enemy phase. Enemy phase upkeep. Okay, this is at the end of the round, so I'll do this now. In upkeep, the TikTok men ready, and we place a doom on the agenda because the TikTok men are at a location with any amount of clues on it. Which is okay.
So I'll add a doom to the...
Oh, thank you, yes. Thank you. Great.
Oh, right, because it's not on the... Oh well.
It should be on the board. There we go. Just have to move it down a bit. And we get to upkeep.
Upkeep.
Okay.
Upkeep. Here we go.
I'm going to place our doom in the mythos phase as well, just while we consider what we need to do. Oh, you did, sorry. While we consider what the forced learning is forcing us to unlearn, but I think you've already done so.
Yeah.
Okay. So we go to 2 out of 10 doom. 1 because of placing a doom on the agenda, 1 because there is a doom on TikTok men. Ideally, we'd be able to... it says if we deal with them, we'll be able to do something, but... Mythos phase first, my friends.
As a group, we can always place 2 clues to remove doom from them.
Yeah, which is true, and I'm hoping defeating them also will remove the doom on them, but I'm not sure how trusty I'm feeling with my fist here, but I suppose we'll see. Mythos phase. Another arsonist, one of the men in amongst this group of highly regulated, almost soldiers, appears to be setting a fire. The farthest location from all investigators is gotta be the living room.
Yeah, I think so.
So at the start of the enemy phase, if he's ready, everyone there either loses an item asset or takes the right damage, or we place a doom on arsonist, which kind of sucks. Really sucks.
Yeah.
So, that's me.
Oh, right. Well, there's they really think that Daisy knows too much.
Oh, Roger Twy. Yikes.
So another one of these big burly guys is trying to get Daisy out of the house by any means necessary.
By any means necessary.
I'm gonna need some help.
Yeah, I understand. I'm hoping you've got some tricks there as well at some point, but for now, we'll have to see what we can do. I'll reveal the top card of my hunch deck. It's not the one I wanted to see. It's too bad. Yeah, are we talking acid or ice over there, you people in chat talking about fisting for damage, you weirdos? Free action. I'm gonna use the Pendant of the Queen to exhaust TikTok men again. I don't know what we're gonna do in 2 rounds. I really don't know what we're gonna do in 2 rounds, but
we might get a lot done.
Yeah. Ideally, I would get these clues and come to you.
If you get a clue and come here, then we can spend them as a fast action.
Which would be good. Trouble is, my only way of helping myself on this test also maybe forces me to get both clues, which makes the skulls a little nastier. But I don't know, man. We could. I can't really put things
we don't
down.
We don't need that many clues.
Yeah. I'm at 5. Are they afraid of copyright claims? I'm just trying to figure out if I have the bonus I need to do this, Crosshair. I think... Oh God. No, I'm doing it. I'm investigating.
Yeah, victory 1.
I'm sorry. It is.
Experience is experience.
I'm going to investigate. I have 5 intellect with the magnifying glass, 6 with the deduction. This was my like, I'm not sure, but I think it's worth it. Just to try to pass, if nothing else. So we'll go 6 to 4. Whoa! Spicy. Yeah, it's gonna be that kind of day. That sucks. I have to come and engage him, right?
No.
Yeah.
I can take the hit.
Yeah, but what are you what are you doing if you're taking the hit?
I can handle it. Just we need the clue.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll just go 5 to 4 a couple of times, and that's what I'm gonna do. Oh no! Well, hopefully it's back up, Flower. I saw. Oh, chat disconnected. I see what you mean. 5 to 4. Hey, we got it. I will take a clue.
Excellent.
And then I will move to you with my last action. Non-Euclidean second floor hallway means my card gets shuffled back in. Yeah, that's fine. But I'm now at this location, staring down another brute who's advancing on Daisy. Ew.
And we spend the clues before we lose them.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Spend 8 clues as... Oh my god, spend! I didn't realize it was spend. That's fine. No, this is good. No, you're right. I don't see why we wouldn't.
Yeah, I don't have anything that needs clues, so...
Okay. Spend 8 clues as a group, which we will do.
Right.
Bloop, 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 bloop. And we will read evidence 4. Let's see what this is. So Joe manages to make his way back. He sort of has to navigate this strange maze, but he finds himself back in the master bedroom at last, watching a thug staring down Daisy. But Daisy... In the headboard of Wycliffe's bed, you uncover a panel in the wood that conceals a thin, leather-bound journal. Its entries cover his thoughts since he moved to Arkham, and there is a clear transition within the last 2 weeks, where his pleasant optimism about the expeditions is replaced with a deep dread. The short form doesn't reveal all the details you would have liked, but he writes that he has discovered the terrible truth of his former colleagues, and that he must keep the Mycenaean artifacts from them. Remember that you have read Wycliffe's journal. That is a 3rd objective. Check. Complete.
Okay, so Wycliffe was going crazy.
And wanted to... He learned the terrible truth about the people he used to work with, and then he has to keep the artifacts from them, away from them. Hence, probably why he asked the Obanians to go and, steal them.
Yeah. Right then.
Mm-hmm. That's me.
Big guy. It's still 2 against 2 with the invade.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna add parallel fates to it. Just gonna try to evade 3 to 2.
Yeah, for sure.
Once.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh no.
Well,
that's not nice.
That's
It's just not very nice at all.
Not blue.
Blue.
I guess I have to go 2 to 2. Well, 2 to 2 isn't the worst one, but it's unlikely to succeed. That's the problem.
Yeah, this is where I find seekers often run into trouble, because not always, but like many of the seekers, they got great smarts, they got book smarts, they can get lots of clues, draw lots of cards, move around a lot, but then they're usually not too fisty, and they're usually not too footy, as it were.
Yeah. Well, it's better than taking the 2 damage by doing something else. So
I think, it might just have to be evade.
2 to 2. 2 to 2. No, I needed the +1.
And I
And
needed
2 to 2.
Nope. All right.
Fine. Why couldn't I pull that on the last 2 ones?
Well, of course, right? Oh man, I'm gonna have to just. I don't know what we're gonna do about this plus the TikTok man. I might just start punching them. I don't know. We'll have to see.
Yeah, I need the fixer out of my hair to do something. But...
Yeah. That's a good point. Oh, I'd be amazed. That'd be amazing, Roger Twy. I'd love that. Like the band, right? You get to play the whole band, presumably. Enemy phase? Oh, sorry. Yes, go ahead. Yeah. Yeah.
Each investigator at the arsonist location discards an item asset he or she controls. Does the Necronomicon count?
You can't willingly discard weaknesses. Is usually the thing. Yeah. Oh yeah. It says it cannot leave play while it has 1 or more horror on it.
Oh yeah. True.
But we gotta place a doom on this arsonist, which sucks. But I guess I'm gonna try to make my way down there at some point and punch him to death. I don't know. I honestly don't know what we're gonna do.
Well, Daisy's just going to deny this fixer.
Okay, great. Deny that he exists at all. Good for her.
Yeah.
Love that.
I thought you went away.
All right. It is upkeep time, and I'm gonna need Daisy to draw some sweet something or other. Doom goes on the TikTok man at the end of the round as well. They never are, Flower. They never are.
Damn. Yep. I don't think I can handle this fixer.
Okay. Well, it's gonna be. I'll point out how rough it's gonna be after this round, because I won't have any more pendant charges after 1 round, I should say. So I can, help start dealing with the fixer. But we're gonna have to figure out a way to do damage, like stab, pretty soon.
Yeah.
Great. We go.
I might have a way, but
I mean,
there's
got to be something somewhere, right? We put a doom on the agenda, which goes to 5 out of 10 because of the TikTok man and the arsonist. We can always run out as well at some point. Or we could just let our time run out and see what they do. Maybe they'll just burn the place down. Who knows?
True.
And we draw our encounter cards that we need here in the master bedroom after having read the journal. But the cleanup crew continue to do their cleaning up. Joe Diamond trying to get towards the fixer, but finds himself in the middle of a wall all of a sudden. Test agility X. X is the shroud of your location. I've seen this. I can't boost my agility anymore, so I'm just testing 3 to 3. That's just how it's gonna be. A big old skull, which is -2. So I have to take a damage, discard the top 3 cards of my deck, and hopefully 2 weapons and a crack the case. Perfect. 2 guns. My guns. I needed those. I really needed those, actually.
What else fun stuff happens in the bedroom?
I think you know the answer to that question.
Coward attack. Test agility 3. This test gets +1 difficulty if there are 4 or more doom on the current agenda. There is, I believe. If you fail, take 1 damage. If you fail by 2 or more covered attacks, gain surge.
I'm just going to check if Doom in play counts as Doom on the agenda for the purposes of something like this. Because I actually don't know if that's true. Because, I think that would be... it might not... It's maybe not the be-all and end-all here, but it might be useful. Yeah. If the amount of Doom is in play among all agenda... Oh, hang on, I should be looking up agenda. Probably.
Yeah, true.
Agenda deck.
It does say on the agenda.
Yeah. Yeah, there's Doom on the agenda as well as Doom in play, but that's not the same thing. So that makes sense to me. There's 3 Doom in play and 2 on the agenda. So I would say 2 on the agenda.
Yeah, it's still 3-2, so
Well, you know.
I'm gonna fail anyway, but
Only by 1?
well, yeah. 1 damage. That's fine. Well, fine, but it doesn't gain surge, so
Even better. All right, Joe, what do you got?
something good.
Join the caravan. So 1 cost fast move action, which is not bad. Although moving out of here means warp stonework fires anyway, so that's not necessarily. Well, we'll see. Okay.
Yeah.
It is the investigator phase. I think we can both agree, Crosshair, unless you have any other thoughts, that Joe is going to let the arsonist keep getting away with it. He's going to exhaust the TikTok man and try to start punching the fixer.
Yeah, I think that's the best solution this way.
Certainly a good start. So 1 action and exhaust the TikTok man. Well, Flower, I mean, as it says, Flower, the true journey is the one we take in our minds. A caravan is only just a journeying group of people. Daisy and Joe are journeying together to a new understanding of reality. That's my answer, and I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to fight the fixer, I guess. I could try to evade him, but why would I bother? May as well just punch him. At 5-3. Actually... Eesh. Yeah, this sucks. I should never have bought this card. 5-3. Let's do it. Punch! Punch, Joe! Punch like your life depends on it! You may move an insight event from your discard pile to the bottom of your hunch deck. I think we're going to take shortcut, my friend.
Just in case.
Just in case. That's 1 damage. Last action. Come on, Fixie boy. 5-3. Joe is again grappling with this guy, if nothing else, just to give Daisy some breathing room, be able to get out of here. -1. That's a success. So another point of damage goes on the fixer.
Oh, and Sheppy will handle it if nothing else.
Sheppy. There you go. So at least that's something. And I'll pass the turn to you, Crosshair.
Okay, we need 2 more to have the option.
Yes. Good point. So where do
I'm
we
gonna
think
use...
they are? No, go ahead. You have thoughts.
I'm gonna use Arkham against itself.
Okay. Good luck. I mean, Arkham against itself. That's funny.
Yeah, so Daisy's gonna move
Okay.
away from the master bedroom, which triggers warped stonework, so let's just add a horror to Daisy.
Okay.
Because she has a plan and she's going for it.
Yeah, she's focused and she's ready.
Which moves her to the entry hall. She kind of knew this already.
I'm really sorry to interrupt the narrative here. After an investigator successfully investigates or discovers clues from a connecting location, discard obscure cipher. I'm not trying to play this in a way of like, oh, I did it already. I did do it. I discovered a clue from the 2nd floor hallway around.
It's fine.
No, but it should be gone. Is what I'm thinking. I know you want it to stay, but it should be gone.
Yeah, but that changed a while ago.
Oh yes, that's true. I suppose that's a good point.
So that's actually better because...
Oh, good. Okay. Phew. I thought you were going to do something fancy with... I don't know.
I was, but plans changed.
Okay, here we go. Plans change. The cipher has been uncovered.
Tome action, encyclopedia, puts me to 7. 7 against 3. I'm gonna try and investigate.
Seems like a good plan. Ooh.
Nice. That means that entry hall is empty.
Hmm.
Evidence 1.
All right. Evidence 1. You take several minutes to study the ornate arches in the entryway. The designs are both intricate and intriguing, a far cry from the generic engravings you see on most buttresses of this kind. Obviously, Daisy's seen a lot of buttresses. Odd symbols and images resembling excerpts from occult tomes adorn every inch of the stonework, though you do not recognize many of them. What reason did Wycliffe have to include these designs? Remember that you studied the architecture.
So buttresses were the pickpockets in the last scenario.
Ah, yes, I see.
But like I said, well, the arsonist is gonna be an issue, but we still have time.
I mean, it is, but like, I don't really know what to say. It's gonna be an issue.
We still have time, right?
Yeah. It's getting tricky, that's for sure.
Like I said, I'm gonna use the game against itself, and Daisy is going to just hop in, check the architecture, or facilities, and hop into another door. Believing that she won't end up in the second floor hallway as she thinks. And indeed, she ends up in the drafting room.
I see. Nice.
So for horror.
Yeah, not ideal, but still surviving out here, which is good. In the enemy phase, we once again have to place a doom on the arsonist. So Joe's next, action will be to get down there. The fixer struggles against Joe as the man forces him down onto the bed, finds a glass on the bedside table and smashes it into his skull. Sheppy once again dives into the rescue. I'll put a damage on me. I'll put a damage on Sheppy, which kills Sheppy, but it also defeats the fixer. So no bad thing. Okay. Phew. And then, you're right, at the end of the round, we're going to ready the TikTok man and, indeed, place a doom on him. So, one way we could stop him from accumulating doom is to just take all of the clues off of all of the locations.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that's good, but it's something.
Yeah, it's the drafting room and second floor hallway still.
Mm-hmm. So we're at 7 out of 10 doom because of the arsonist and the TikTok man. I guess I'm going to try to evade this guy. Blah. We'll have to see.
Yeah.
Yep. We are upkeeping, indeed. That would be nice. If I had these out already, that would be very, very nice.
Okay, this is gonna be interesting.
Question is whether I need to bother.
You don't have much horror on you.
No, I do not.
I'm gonna throw Ancient Stone away. Which is one of the updated Ancient Stones. Which means when you draw any number of cards, spend that many secrets, heal that much horror from a card at your location.
Very nice. Lovely for healing a lot of horror.
Do I want to do that? Actually, no. I'm gonna throw away Glimpse the Unthinkable. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Flower, you are absolutely correct. There's not a heck of a lot to be done. about it in terms of Doom advancement, right? In theory, in the enemy phase, the arsonist would add 1. Well, if someone's at his location, we could also choose to have him attack them by burning an item or taking a direct damage. So not necessarily the last round.
Yep.
But
I need to get... If I get 12 cards in my hand...
You can read evidence.
We get the 5th one.
Right, which is... And then in theory we can advance whenever we want, which is probably good, because honestly, I'm not sure about TikTok Men. At this point,
and I don't think we can get all 7.
No, it doesn't feel
going to be
appropriate. I have some...
We'd have to go into the living room.
Which,
so there's one big...
Yeah, go ahead, sorry.
Victory probably on TikTok Man.
Yeah, I'd think so too. I just... Yeah, it's... I would have to... I think my turn is probably going to be taking attacks to go and deal with the arsonist so that I can at least keep him from accumulating more, but then it's getting really risky.
Yeah. I think I can get the 12 cards next turn if the TikTok men are evaded.
I mean,
so
fingers crossed, I guess. But first, of course, we have to go to 3 out of 10 Doom plus 5 is 8 out of 10. That would be good. Getting that evidence would be great. And if we don't, then we don't. But we'll have to see. Joe, in the bedroom, having struck down another fixer, finds himself standing at the precipice of an impossible drop up into the sky. Test willpower 3. If you fail, take a horror. Put impossible perspective into play in your threat area. My maximum hand size would be reduced by 2 again, but it's not the worst thing in the world. 2 to 3. Yep. I'll take a horror.
Yep.
The strange geometry of this place continues to warp and twist, and it kind of starts to break Joe's mind a little bit. That's me.
Daisy's just in Wycliffe's crafting room, like, there has to be evidence here.
I bet.
It just has to be, as abyssal visions come into her mind about this place. Put abyssal visions into play in your threat area. Okay. First, when you would reveal chaos tokens for a test you are performing, reveal an additional token and cancel the token with the highest modifier. The tentacles token is considered to be lower than each other token.
Makes sense.
Once per test. Am I going to be testing stuff? No.
Yeah. I mean, no, you're right. Yeah, spending clues allows you to draw cards for each clue spent. If you have a more efficient way of doing it, that's good too. But
oh yeah, it's an action.
Yeah.
Oh, I have 3 resources. Thank you.
I believe that brings us to the investigation phase. I will reveal unsolved case.
Oh.
That's fine. That's on me. Don't worry about me. Well, actually, no. Do worry about me because you want me to evade TikTok men, probably.
Yeah. That would be great,
Okay.
of course, because I need to take 3 actions.
Yeah. Does Daisy? I just want to know. Does Daisy have a plan for getting to this 12-card threshold? I don't know how that's going to be possible, but
yeah. Good.
Glad to
I
hear.
have a plan, but I might fail. But
Well, I mean, I hope not. Just win this round. Perfect. Flower, worst case scenario, we got some evidence and we get booted out of the house by these horrible TikTok men. First action has to be, doesn't have to be, is going to be evading the TikTok men. I have 3 agility against their 3. Not great. Ideally...
yeah.
Ideally, I'd be cuffing this arsonist, but I'm not going to be able to play these and use them. They don't work on elites, Because if I could cuff the TikTok man, I mean, that would be incredible. Actually, yeah. Oh, hang on. Oh, right. Okay, yeah. I could use them to evade using combat, but it doesn't actually do anything else. So Yes, go ahead.
That's a fast action. That means that before forced learning triggers, can I use the drafting room fast action?
The upkeep phase says that the upkeep phase begins, and then there's a player window to use free trigger things, which is before we ready our cards, draw a card, gain a resource, all of that stuff. So yes, it is outside of your turn, but it's before forced learning.
Yeah, because I was thinking, because forced learning makes me draw 2 cards, and after that drawing, can I use a fast action?
No. Unfortunately, it's all one effect. So instead of drawing a card, you draw 2 and discard 1.
Okay.
That would be
I'll
nice, though.
just have to succeed then.
Okay.
Right.
We're going 4-3, trying to evade these TikTok men. I mean, give me a +1. I mean, give Crosshair a good thing too, but let's try it, shall we? 4-3. Okay. Thank you, handcuffs. Evaded TikTok men. Second action. I'm going to spend 2 resources to remove unsolved case from the game. I don't have any clues, so whatever. These TikTok men are part of a bigger conspiracy, and Joe kind of furrows his brow. Those fuckers, I'm going to deal with them. Last action, I'm going to leave the master bedroom because it's non-Euclidean. Whoa! It's going to shove me all the way over there. Put a horror on
that
myself.
gives us 1 more turn.
A little bit of breathing room, yeah. Joe
Excellent.
finds himself down in the living room. Oh, okay, here we go. Let's have a look at this, shall we? Living room is a 2-shroud, 2-clue, victory 1 location. The room is welcoming, but the fireplace is strangely spotless. Free trigger, if you have found a strange ornament, put the set-aside private study location into play. Interesting. And then it says forced at the end of the round, if there are fewer than 2 clues on living room, add a clue to living room. So there's always at least 1 clue on living room, which is annoying. I think I can put the private study into play.
Oh,
Oops,
yeah.
There we go. Because I found a strange ornament. It's unrevealed, so it's just there. Obviously, Joe's got his work cut out for him because there's now an arsonist, screaming with glee as he tries to attack him. We do still have to win this round, though, so not ideal.
I'm thinking. I think that's still. Oh, right. That's a goddamn.
It's a goddamn.
Whatever.
Excuse me? Totally missed that too. Let's see here. Getting 2 clues means you could spend an action drawing 6 cards, which would be pretty good. And that would be, if that would be enough, I'm not sure. That's a possibility.
And 2 cards. 2 cards per clue.
Per clue spent. You have 1. You could spend a couple of actions maybe getting more clues. I don't know if that's better or worse than what you currently have on tap with your various preposterous sketches and things.
I had a plan and I'm gonna try it.
Okay.
Might as well. So, while in the study room of Wycliffe, she starts just moving her hand. There's a reason why she can read things so fast.
I see. Okay.
So she begins to Feed her mind on all the knowledge that she can find in this room. Perhaps out of prying eyes of the TikTok men. And yeah, let's exhaust it. And test 5 against 1. I'm not gonna spend anything on this because I want cards.
Yes, that is very true.
Yep, 5 on 1.
Plus, Abyssal Visions, I think, will draw you a second token. Hopefully not a worse one. I shouldn't have said anything.
Thank you.
Why did I say anything? I don't know why I said anything.
So that means it's just nothing.
Yeah, yes, it didn't succeed. You're right. That's I mean, that's Arkham though, right? That tentacle token? That is full Arkham.
Yeah, and nobody should say anything when drawing.
No, of course. I mean, we wouldn't want to be wrong, though, would we?
Well, I can do it next turn again. I could spend a clue or save it.
I don't think
clue...
there is a next turn. I just want to say I don't think we get another turn.
No, but yeah, we do.
I may have miscounted. We're gonna put a doom on TikTok Man, and then we're gonna put a doom on the agenda. I think that's 10. I believe.
Oh, that kind of screws everything up.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. The plan was to feed the mind for 3 cards, and then draw a couple more. Like, I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, but I was thinking that I have time to, like, next round to do things still. But...
Right. That's yeah. No, I again, I think I kind of mathed this incorrectly. Is there a way we can stop TikTok Men from getting a doom? No. Is there a way? Yeah. Go ahead.
It's gonna be 2 doom, right?
What?
Yeah. So, I'm going to try to get a clue.
Yes. Of course, we can try to remove doom from TikTok Men. That's a good idea.
Yeah, because that would mean that we get 1 more turn.
Yes, that would be strong as well, for sure.
Yeah. So, I have to calculate how many cards I can get next turn. Like, 5 against 3. Cool. I need 2 to go up to get rid of those 2. Well, let's try it. Yeah, I'm gonna connect the dots to it to
that's definitely not going to get played this game. I don't think that other one was super fire, so I think that's a good shout.
7 on 3. Number of revealed location max -4. Yes, so that's a clue.
It is. Yeah, it's -3 currently, and you get a clue. You're right.
Okay, and then I can spend the 2 clue to remove a doom from
free trigger. You can spend. Place 2 clues on your location to remove a doom from TikTok Men.
Right.
I'm just hey. This is all new to me too. I'm just reading.
So copy and.
Great. I'll pull a doom off of TikTok Men, which is excellent. Still don't quite think. I mean, I don't know what we're gonna do, but that's it's what it is.
I think I have enough next turn.
Nice.
To do so.
I do want to apologize for being such a terrible private investigator. No guns, no weapons, no nothing. Just absolute, just punching things.
It's room. You created room, and that's enough.
Oh, that's no bad thing. Sorry, and you still have an action left. My apologies. I believe you've... Oh, no. You fed the mind, then you fed the mind, then you got a clue.
No. Yeah, I played Fed the Mind.
Yeah.
Used it, and then, yeah. And as a free action, I could use the Necronomicon. I still have... Yeah.
It's good to get it out of there, too. At some point.
And at the end of the round, discard Abyssal, but it's...
I think that's about time. This is probably okay. In the enemy phase, Joe Diamond finds himself in this strange little clean fireplace living room, but tussling with a wide-eyed man. I have to discard an item asset I control or take a direct damage. I will discard an item. Oh, no, this is already removed from the game. Sorry, I misread it. It has no charges, so it's removed from the game. Yeah.
I don't think you need
magnifying glass. I want the cards, but I'll the clues rather. But I think I will sacrifice an item as they tussle together, and then I also take a damage because he also attacks me in the enemy phase. 5 out of 8. Actually, it's Pedant of the Queen. Very good. Upkeep. We ready the TikTok men. We place a doom on them at the end of the round. And we also do our usual upkeepy stuff. That's funny.
Okay. How is it possible that I don't draw them? My resource cards, that is.
I mean, if you're looking for... Well, hey, look, I'm not gonna... I don't know... What am I, a math tutor or something? But anyway, no, your deck's, 50-odd cards and you're drawing 2 around, right? Like... And how many of them are there in there? That sort of thing.
Yeah.
It's just
but I don't... Like, I've drawn 2 of my upgraded things, and... Oh, well.
Oh, well, indeed. That's okay. I wish we could still take that lone flower. I mean, I guess we could go back to the... we could go back. You're right. You're not wrong. We place a doom on the agenda. This takes us to... 9 out of 10 doom. If I kill the arsonist this round, 2 of that doom will go away. So that's also something. But
that's
of course,
another round.
Yes, it is. Yeah, which is good. But of course, first we have to draw our encounter cards as we desperately look into the abyss and hope that these strange men can do nothing. I will reveal the top 3 cards of my deck. I have a feeling I know what I need to choose here. Oh, look, a weapon. Oh, look, some bullets. Oh, look, a guard dog.
Oh, well.
Well, bye-bye. The archaic evils suck away part of Joe Diamond's life force, which is just disastrous. Hey, that's right, Flower. We did it. And I didn't have
find
to
the last piece of information they need to get out of here, basically.
Yeah, basically. Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
Hello. Ooh. Oh, hello.
That counts, right? As a card in hand, I should say.
Yes, it does.
He laughs maniacally.
This might be really good.
I need someone to pray for me while I try to punch this arsonist to death.
Should I star?
Yeah, I will not be able to exhaust TikTok men on my turn if I hope to fight the arsonist, so I think...
Yeah, should we see if we have another turn if you defeat the arson?
Yes.
Or should I...
No, I think if you can take a few hits from the TikTok men while you do your trying to get us this last bit of evidence, I would be so thrilled.
I have some. Worst case, I can use strange solutions to stay alive, but...
Yeah, 1 hit can go on the lab assistant, so that's something,
Yeah.
at least.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, you do you. Yes, I think Daisy should go first with the knowledge that the TikTok men are watching.
Yeah. And then if you fail your round, then we don't have another round.
Correct. Which is
And
not
then
ideal.
we might just die, but...
And Flower, of course, you make a commanding point. I think Private Study might just have something nice and easy on it, which would be really cool. Maybe I'll just zip in there and see, but we'll see what it looks like.
Or move to the second floor hallway and get the last clue for a victory point.
Yeah, that's also depending on whether we're going down this round or not. But I think we should try for this evidence.
Yeah, let's try it. First thing, pre-tome action. I'm gonna move a horror to me from the Necronomicon and finally finish reading it.
Hooray! Obviously, the men who are in here are also, harassing you while you do so, because that's how they do, right? They're trying to hassle you and beat you up.
First action. Let's feed the mind. Try to see what we can find.
Okay.
Ooh, that rhymed.
Hey.
Ooh, so that.
So this is 2 attacks of opportunity so far, right? From the TikTok men. This is what I'm trying to get at. Is that a problem? Because I can't evade the TikTok men this round if I need to deal with the guy. But if you I don't know, if you get enough cards, maybe we're just out of here.
Yeah, but can I stay alive? Because using the Necronomicon will get me 1 attack.
Correct, yes. So that's less ideal for sure. Feeding the mind will draw up to 3. I'm looking at the math of it too. Yeah.
I threw away one of the secrets, but
oh yes, yeah, that's right. Yeah, you were just about to.
Feed the mind is maximum of 3.
Mm-hmm.
That would take me to 10.
Mm-hmm. If successful, it'll take you to 10.
And I need 2 more actions to draw.
Right. Which is 2 actions.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think you would survive because lab assistant could die. I think you'd survive. Look, I don't love it, but
Alright, it's 1 and 1. So basically lab assistant dies to the first action. The thing is, Necronomicon. Do I want to get rid of it first? But that's just 1 token, which will come up.
Of
Elder
course,
Sign
naturally,
will be the
that's
first
the
one.
most important thing to remember is that it will come up.
So let's try to feed the mind.
Okay.
Straight up, lab assistant goes away while Daisy is going bananas on the work.
She's here in this architectural drafting room. Purple, trying her best to, I guess, maybe find anything that Wycliffe left behind.
Yeah. One. I would survive 2 more actions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so feed the mind 1 against 5. Okay. Motherfucker.
That's Arkham.
I hear you laughing.
I mean,
And I'm gonna ban Flower of August if he says
Flower,
so.
we're gonna ban you. We're just kidding. I'm kidding. Sorry, not sorry. I mean, the drama is real.
I have...
The drama is real. Amazing. I agree, Flower. It worked out very well. Aw, that song is drawn to a close. Oh well.
Yeah, you're gonna need 3 actions to defeat that.
This is the tragedy of yeah, I'm gonna, whatever XP we get out of the scenario, Crosshair is going straight into more gun, better gun, for sure. Or something that does damage. What kinds of things are you thinking? We can talk it out here. Oh, I wish, Flower. That'd be really cool.
Thinking how many cards I can get.
Joe, for Flower here, Joe can take Seeker cards level 0 to 5, Guardian cards level 0 to 2, neutral cards up to level 5. So he's the reverse Roland Banks in terms of his access. Seeker 0 to 5 means he has access to all those weird-ass tomes and seekery stuff at the top. Guardian up to 2 means he's kind of locked out of a lot of the big weapons, which is sad. But he's got his own Colts, so that's cool. I should point out as well, Crosshair, just that I plan on fast looking into the study, because there might, as was suggested, there might be a way of getting evidence there that's easy to do, which would solve our problem as well. That's my plan for my turn. It's not perfect. It won't take any actions to do so, because I'll still try to deal with the arsonist. But that's just FYI. That's my plan.
Yeah. So if you can deal with the arsonist, we have another round.
Yes. Aw, peace out, Requiem. Thank you. Talk to you soon. Have a good one.
In that case, it's best to try to evade the TikTok man.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, evade them and then throw some acid in their face. Throw some absinthe in their face! Yeah, that'll help.
I'm gonna throw Daisy Stoke back into this.
Okay.
No, of course not.
Tragic.
Well, there is a +1 in there, so...
There is.
Anything else?
I guess I'll just double check that there is, but... Oh yeah, I've seen it. I think we've seen it this game. Once, maybe.
Anything else means that I take a damage, which I can't do.
Correct, yeah. Anything that isn't fight, evade, parlay, or resign. So...
Yeah.
I think...
I'll evade 2 on 3.
Well,
of course.
Rude as hell, man. Rude as all heck.
Flower is banned from ever being here again.
Bye, Flower. Sorry, man. I don't make the rules. I'm going to... Joe here is somehow down in the living room, finding himself struggling with yet another man trying to set fire to, I don't know, things in the living room. I'm gonna play Join the Caravan. This costs 5, -2 because it's in my hunch deck, minus another 2 because I control, a Guardian card and a Seeker card. So it costs me 1. It's fast, and it moves me to the private study. I'm just going to look in here. We'll see. Oh, yeah, he's probably just lighting the fireplace. I'm sure he's fine. The ornament from Wycliffe's bedroom. Oh, yes, go ahead. Sorry.
That gonna do damage to you?
No, it's a fast move. It is not
right.
which is good. Like because yeah, normally move is an action indeed, which would provoke attacks of opportunity. But here, the ornament from Wycliffe's bedroom screws into place on the mantle and operates as a lever. A safety latch clicks off, and the fireplace glides backwards on 2 short rails. There's a non-Euclidean here. What the fuck is this? Non-Euclidean. Reveal a random chaos token. If you reveal a tablet or tentacle, cancel the effects of the move. So getting out is obviously going to be a problem. The small alcove behind the fireplace holds a desk filled with diagrams that seem more like pseudoscience than grounded facts to you. Tell me indeed, Flower, why not? But I will... Oh, it's because it's any revealed location, isn't it? Move to any revealed location. You're absolutely correct. Whoop. So I'm going to hide that. Thank you. I could use it to come and join you, but I guess that doesn't really make a big difference either. Or go to the 2nd floor hallway and try to beat up this guy. But first, we try to punch the arsonist to death. 5-3 a couple of times. Let's punch, baby. Joe's obviously trying to take down anything that he can that's moving to try to, you know, save them from being captured by these men. 5-3. Already a problem. Yep, sorry.
Can you kill it in 2 turns?
No, I don't have any additional... My vicious blows, I've got 1 in the bin and 1 in my deck. I don't have any weapons out. I can only do 1 damage at a time.
That means moving to the 2nd floor hallway and trying to get a clue is the best option.
I think so too. Get us an extra victory point. So I think I'm going to do that. I'll spend the 1 resource on join the caravan to move me to the 2nd floor hallway instead. Because, yeah, getting clues... Oh, no, the living room sucks. It's a 4 shroud location here. Guess what? I'll fast play out a magnifying glass. Ah, I have it again. And yeah, fuck it. I'll investigate. I have to take a damage and then a damage and a horror from TikTok Men to do so. But we're alive to go 5-4. I mean, wish me luck, I suppose. Hey.
There we go.
That's the... Oh. But what if I die? Oh no, I'm gonna drop all my clues on the floor. Fuck.
The agenda will advance at the start of the enemy phase. Because of arsonist.
Because I could choose to place a... Well, no, I place a doom, but it doesn't advance. The agenda only advances when, in the mythos phase, it says so, unless a card also says so. But, I have an idea. It's not a good idea. What I want to do is walk out of here so that I can dump my clues in the hall. But moving will kill me. So I actually fucked this up pretty badly, Crosshair. Yeah. This is where I want that seeker card that says take a mental trauma, give all your clues to somebody else. That would be really nice. Yeah, because even, like, I can evade one but not the other.
Oh, wait. You drop your clues when you die?
Yes.
So that would mean moving to the entry hall is a better option.
Except that I die from moving.
Yeah, but you die at the entry hall after the movement.
Yeah, I think that I'm putting it out there. The effects of the attack of opportunity happen before the action does, but I don't like the fact that we're going to be leaving this scenario with basically nothing. So I want to... I'm declaring to the chat right now that I'm doing this so that it works. Even though it doesn't. But I'm doing it so that it does work. Joe takes a physical trauma as he tries to pile out the door. Men with mustaches and men with hats dragging him out, screaming as he does.
Oh, right, because arsonist doesn't say that it can advance the agenda.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. That would be nice. I think that'd be really cool. There's just a whole bunch of, it's all these little we'll talk about this after the scenario, because there's all sorts of intricacies for Arkham.
There's another option is to evade, but yeah, the arsonist would happen anyway.
I still take my last point of damage still goes on me. But you know what? Joe's been pushing people down the stairs this whole scenario, so I feel like he also then falls down the stairs on the way.
But yeah, also we drew 5 tentacle tokens in this scenario, so
that's
fuck
Arkham.
That.
You can get bent. This brings us to the end of the investigation phase. Enemy phase. I mean, I'll put a doom on arsonist, and I think Daisy survives the enemy phase with TikTok men.
Well, cleaner.
Oh God! Oh God! Oh, I see. Oh no! Oh, this whole time. I see.
But it's only 2 damage and 2 horror, so
right.
It's survivable.
Okay. So I'll.
Fine.
Yeah, we'll let it keep playing out. I have to. Well, no. Yeah, we'll let it keep playing out because I think, we'll see what would happen. So we move to upkeep then at that point. Oh no! Of course, no. The doom's going to advance us anyway. That's right. I forgot. That was the whole thing. I don't know if you want to upkeep.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you want to upkeep just for fun to see what you would draw, because
it's probably resources. No. Oh, cool.
Huh. Well, we're gonna definitely both be looking for damage and resources. We go to 12 out of 10 doom on the mythos phase and advance the agenda. Agenda 2B never happened. For the first time all night, through all the commotion and violence, you hear a brief silence, and then a door slams shut. Footsteps grow louder towards you. Another door slams, more footsteps join. Louder and closer, more footsteps and more slamming doors. You flee the mansion just ahead of a hail of bullets that stream after you, one of them striking your shoulder in the escape. Each undefeated investigator who has not resigned is defeated and takes a physical trauma. Oof. Right. Was Daisy's original physical trauma had to do with the Alice in Wonderland, falling through the rabbit hole thing, or something else?
In the thick of it. It's been through a lot at the library.
Well, that's what I meant is, I was curious about the in the thick of it trauma being physical rather than mental, whether it was, a story beat of having been...
You don't know how rowdy the teenagers can get in the library.
Now that's a good answer. I like that. Let's have a look here at the end of the...
Mostly the physical trauma is from the forced learning, because it should be mental trauma to be forced to learn stuff all the time, but...
that wasn't how Daisy learned.
Yeah.
So I'll read these resolutions here of our scenario. If no resolution was reached, we go to resolution 1. So I guess there was a resolution reached. The assassins proved to be more than you could handle, given the ordeals you've already undergone tonight, but you retreat from Wycliffe's manor with your life. No amount of evidence will be of any use if you can't survive to apply it. True. You bind your wounds and try to recover from the aura of madness that lingered around the estate. Whoever, or whatever, these assassins work for, holds a terrible power over the mind. You may not fully comprehend the enemy, but you will have to pursue them all the same if you wish to dispel this conspiracy and avenge Wycliffe. The investigators were forced to withdraw. I record in our campaign log. Still hoping we get something for doing, a good job. Mark 1 notice in your campaign log. That's 6 notice. And then skip to resolution 4. With dawn breaking over Arkham and exhaustion dragging at your body, you finally return to your home for some well-deserved sleep. It has been an arduous night in all regards, but you can recuperate in the relative safety of day. Rest may not come easy, but it is vital for you to be in peak condition to fight the conspiracy that still looms around you. Each investigator earns experience equal to the Victory X value of each card in the Victory display, and then there's another note here about taking more notice if we earned XP. But I guess we'll find out how much we earned.
Yeah. Technically 1.
Shh. I want it to be 2. I want this to work so that it's 2 rather than 1. That's how I want it to go. That's what I'm saying is happening. So there. But because we did not earn 3 or more XP, we don't have to mark any more notice in our campaign log.
Yep.
This brings us to the end of scenario 3 of Cyclopean Foundation's Private Lives. There were many a besooted fixer/goon in here. Oh, the crossing of the streams flower. It's getting wild. And yet, as we've pointed out before, story first, and one of the great things about Arkham is that if you lose a scenario, it doesn't mean the end of the campaign. It just means you retreat to lick your wounds, maybe start on a bit of a back foot next scenario, whatever it is. But they've learned a lot. They've done what they could. It's definitely, there's definitely a lot of people running around trying to beat us up here. And that, was definitely rough when it came to our good friend Joe Diamond not being able to do more. But, we survived, Crosshair. That's the key.
Yeah, it would have been fine if we didn't draw 3 tentacles in a row.
I mean, that I agree with you because, yeah, statistically it's ludicrous. But, that is the game sometimes. Like, I've said it before on stream, I'll say it again. This is kind of the only game I've ever played, one of the only games I've ever played, where regardless... Okay, sorry. There's a couple of situations where you can negate the tentacle. So, this isn't always true. But, by default, the game has an always fail state on. Sometimes you can't succeed. And I think that's really cool. Like, if, in any other card game or co-op game or game of skill, in theory, if you had the correct play, you could always win. Right? You could always win unless there was some sort of element of chance. But this game...
Yeah, I really don't mind that Arkham fucks you over here and there, but sometimes it goes too far.
Sometimes it's just too much. Yeah, there it is. Well, hey, look, we don't have a lot of XP, but like I said, I'm spending it on any damage options I can, and I'm sure you're going to be looking for some sort of resourcey option for yourself. I have no doubt we're going to figure that out.
Yeah, well, maybe, have to see what happens.
We will have to see what happens. This brings us to the end of our scenario for tonight. Of course, I want to thank you for playing the Crosshair. What do I want to say? Yeah, that's it for tonight, team. We're going to raid back over to Bloodfiend, to Kathy, who is continuing to raise money for Extra Life. It's already $1,000 raised over there, if I'm not mistaken. But if you haven't already donated, it's for a great cause. We'll be raiding over. Tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern, it's another episode of Montreal by Moonlight. If I'm not mistaken, we're experiencing daylight savings tomorrow. So check your time zones and check for when the event goes live on the Discord. That's the best way to do it.
And then everything goes back to normal.
Back to normal. And of course, streams throughout the week. You'll want to check the Discord for all of those. I'm going to be starting something a little new on Tuesday evening. I hope people can join me for that. Should be interesting.
It's the usual purple buds. Be safe, be well, and remember, you can't just sire 1,000 children and make them all just want to have sex with each other.
You can't. You can't do that, because then they end up running in this gang called the TikTok Men, and that's weird. We'll see you next time, everybody. We'll see ya on Doomed.
Bye-bye.